day I was taking out trash when I saw a cutie with a big mustache. He drew me in with his slick disguise. Now my stomach's filling with butterflies. My friends all think I'm off in the head, 'cause I'm in love with a slice of bread. I want a French toast, whoa, 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 whoa. I want a French toast, whoa, 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 whoa. I want a French toast, whoa, 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 whoa. I want a French toast, whoa, 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 whoa. I want a French toast. Sweet like syrup, thick like jam. My heart's melting like butter. I don't give a damn.
Someday we'll have our last conversation and drink our last cup of coffee. Someday we might be 80 and think about the different things we used to say. All the memories of you will just become a ghost of a smile caught in the wind. Someday it'll be the last day. One day it could be over. The moon could seem so far away, despite all the adventures that we promised we'd go on again and again. All the memories of you and all the stories we were part of, lost in the wind. Someday it'll be the last day. I won't forget how it feels to be loved, to be remembered by someone as special as you. Someday I will drink that last cup of coffee with a smile. I won't forget how it feels to be loved, to be remembered by someone as special as you. Someday I will drink that last cup of coffee with a smile.
Evening, afternoon, everyone. Thank you for tuning into another stream as I continue to prove that I'm better than 14-year-olds in a game designed for children, Pokemon. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate that. Everyone loves watching a grown man beat up kids. I know that's why we're all here, and that's exactly the kind of content I'm going to deliver today. How's everyone doing? Dude, I don't get it. I don't get this game. This game is so hard. This game is so hard. It's all about mind games. I never have I played a game that made me feel so silly. I'm trying out this new deck that I saw the person who's going to be coaching us later use, Cybertron, who's a very high-ranked player. I think he's a Pokemon commentator. He'll come in for about in 1 hour, and in the meantime, I would like to get some practice with this deck. I call it decks because I kind of see I kind of see Pokemon teams as decks. Essentially, like when you think about it, a Pokemon team essentially is a deck of cards, right? Are you going to LA or Indianapolis? Yeah, I'm going to both to compete in person. Like, each Pokemon is 4 cards. Each move is a card. Giga Drain is a card. Sludge Bomb is a card. Earth Power is a card. Protect is a card, right? So essentially, you get 24 cards to put in your Pokemon deck. And then you go into a game. And then you pick 16 cards to bring into the match. At any point, you can use one of the given cards on a Pokemon. It's how I see it. But Pokemon to me is closer to rock, paper, scissors, and chess than it is to Hearthstone or Magic the Gathering. You know, does that make sense? That makes sense, right? I feel like that makes sense. So yeah, I call it decks. Apparently people don't like it when you call them decks. I also call their abilities their passives. And I call their moves their ability. We've been a hard stuck 19k for a day now. But every time I lose, I honestly think it's because of a mistake. I've never felt like I played really well and I lost. Except when I get Rock Slide flinched. I always feel like it's my mistake somewhere along the way. I think they should call abilities passive. But I guess... Oh, hang on, let's lock in for a second. Aerodactyl, Floette. Floette's the only... Oh my... Look at this team! This team is just the 5... Wait, this team is just the 6th best, most popular Pokemon. Man, fuck this guy. Bro just brought... Okay, Aerodactyl, whatever. He's probably bringing Sneasler. Oh my god, I'm looking at this team and this shit is gross. I think Corviknight would be good here. It's good against a lot of his mons. I actually might lead Corviknight. Because the Steel checks a lot. The only thing is weak against is Incineroar and King Gambit, and it's decent against everything else. Do I want the Rotom, the Electro Web, and the Fire? Those, you're doing some weird ass thing right now. I just want to bring in the Chomp here. Big Champa. I just bring the big Champa here. Do you want the Primarina Girl? What's the Primarina Girl gonna do besides die? T-Tar for Rock Slides. I don't think I'm playing for speed control, right? Because the electric and the fire doesn't do anything. I'm not too afraid of Incineroar, I feel like. Who's gonna open with Incineroar? Sneeze the Aerodactyl. I feel like I have a good matchup here. He's gonna want to set Tailwind. I mean, both his mons should be faster than both my mons. I could I don't know if I'm trying to fight for speed control off the bat. He could fake out here. I mean, ultimately, I'm just gonna Iron Head him. I mean, I feel like this is a very generic play. I think my leads is way better than his, and I put him on the back foot. Just hit an Earthquake here, it's fine. That's totally fine. Yeah, we're okay giving up speed control. The thing is, both his Mons, here's the thing about Tailwind. Both his Mons already outspeed both my Mons. Right? So, is this even like... He did nothing. Like, oh, Matter later on? Okay, so he knows his Sneasler's checked here. His Sneasler cannot stay. The Sneasler, he gotta go. He gotta go. So he's gonna bring in some bozos, right? So this is where I set up my Tailwind. And I think we can still Earthquake, because if he brings in King Gambit or Incineroar, it's Cooksville. And if he brings out, like... I cooked 2 of his back Mons. Neutral against 1, and resisted by 1. Bye-bye, Sneasler! Yeah, I mean, this one is a little annoying, because that's the one that resists. Oh, he's gonna start spamming Rock Slide. Well played by him. I think... Yeah, us setting up Tailwind is totally fine here. Because we get 1 turn of extra Tailwind towards the end. We did let his Aerodactyl get in a free Rock Slide, but it's whatever. I don't think he's going to swap out his Aerodactyl here. I don't think he can swap out his Aerodactyl. The Sinistcha goes last, right? Rock Slide covers for both. I mean, he might swap out his Aerodactyl, but I don't think so. Oh, there's another Rock Slide. Got the dodge. You're trying to dodge the flincher. If we get flinch, it's fine. I feel like we're in a good spot. Our leads was very good. Didn't get flinched. That's nice. Aerodactyl down. We're gonna do a Brave Bird here, thanks to wait, the Matcha. Does the Matcha outspeed the bird? No, it doesn't. Brave Bird might kill. Alright, now he's back on Sneasler, which is gonna lose to the Garchompa. And then if it's a Incineroar, it's bad for him. If it's a King Gambit, it's bad for him, because Garchomp's kind of the goat of all goats, you know. That's a +1. Real cool to see you reach out for coaching. I love the collabs. Thanks, man. I saw some of your YouTube videos. Correct me if I'm wrong, but did you used to watch Hearthstone or stream Hearthstone? Because you talk like a Hearthstone streamer. Oh, a Floette. I mean, that makes sense. But he's still checked here, right? So Garchomp and Floette are speed ties. I think it's gonna be a protect on the Garchomp. He could fake out my... his best play is to just fake out here. Because what we're gonna do here is... He needs to go offensive this round, right? Because if he doesn't go offensive this round... that means next turn he can do his protects. So I think he'll fake out into like a Moonblast or something. Which I think is smart. Yeah, that's smart. And then he's just gonna Gleam it. That's fine. Okay, now he knows I have the speed control, right? I have 1 round of speed control over him. So if he has a brain, and I'm gonna assume he has a brain. I'm gonna assume he has a brain here. He's gonna hit the double protect. And then we can just Earthquake, because sometimes Sneasler don't end up running protect, they end up running coaching. And if he doesn't protect with Floette and just rips a Gleam on my... Yeah, I'm gonna assume he has a brain here. He went for it! He went for it! What a god! What an absolute god! I mean, the mega play would have been to sneeze their protect into a moonshot. That would have been crazy. He went for the double? I mean, this doesn't matter, because even if I just had Corviknight, I win the 1v1. And I still have 2 Pokemon left in back, yeah. I mean, this game was just one off the leads. He should concede, yeah. So, that was a good game. It felt like I led correctly. Well, my lead was so good against his lead, right? People love leading Sneasler, by the way. Everyone loves Sneasler. Every match, Sneasler. Sneasel. But that was a very straightforward game. I'm trying to get more practice in with Corviknight. So, I don't know what Corviknight's deal is. I just know he's really good in certain scenarios, and I have to figure out which ones. He's good against Sneasel. He's good against Floette. Okay against Aerodactyl. Sneasel, Incineroar, Aerodactyl, Floette. I feel... God, did we not just... I feel like I'm going crazy here. Did we not just... I feel like we just... Like... Didn't we just... Okay, but instead of Kingambit, he has Rotom, which actually makes my Garchomp a little bit weaker. A tiny bit weaker here. Corviknight. Do we want to switch it up? Because he has the Rotom. Well, the Rotom... We can play this, but then he might Hydro Palm my Rotom, and I'd be so sad. I think it's still possibly the same lead here. I don't think the Rotom really changes too much. I mean, the leads worked out last time, right? Garchomp does lose a little value. A tiny bit. Because you can't Earthquake the Kingambit. But I don't think it really changes anything. Because the Rotom's going to be weak to the Hydro Pump, and the Primarina's going to be weak to the Thunderbolt. But we'll see. We might do a different lead. Winter Blue, thank you for the sub. Oh, Aerodactyl and Rotom. Fun. Oh man, this one Rotom switch actually ruins my day. Because the electricity is good against the bird, and the water is good against the Chomp. Damn. So I think you might go Thunderbolt into Corvi, and then just set up Tailwind here. Oh god, and he's also weak against water too. Ugh. This is a Rock Slide, right? Nothing fancy. I imagine he wants to set up Tailwind. Oh, Volt Switch. I'm surprised he went for the Volt Switch. There's the Sneasler. Tailwind set up. That is fine with us. Then with the Rock Slide. This Sneasel's not in a good spot, right? He might go for dual wing beat on my poor Venusaur. I mean, that's what anyone with a brain would do, and I'm gonna treat my opponent like they have a brain. He might fake out. Is the Aerodactyl more of a threat than the Sneasler? Let's see. Who did I bring in the back? I feel like the Sneasler is a bigger issue here. He's gonna fake out Gar. Oh. Aww. Good rock slide there. Wow. I did not expect him to withdraw there. That's actually surprising. I mean, he's gonna fake out Gar. There's no way he doesn't fake out Gar here. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. Bro ripped the close combat. What a Chad. Okay, the Venu is actually decent against the Rotom because it resists the electricity and the water. He still has the Aerodactyl and Tailwind set up. There's the arrow. I'm gonna assume he has a brain. He's most likely hitting the Hydro Pump. I don't think he hasn't seen Corviknight yet. I need to get him out of here. He could, like, realistically, he's gonna Hydro Pump, right? Let's see what he brings out. He could read the swap here. Might be Scarf Rotom. It has Volt Switch. It is almost 100% Scarf Rotom. Yeah, went for the Hydro Pump and then the dual wing beat onto the bird slot. Bro, see, that's the problem with the 1900s. People play so straightforwardly. Like, they make the on paper right play. And I don't respect that. Now this guy is stuck Hydro Pumping. So he can't... I mean, how you get Hydro Pump Corviknight, I suppose. I don't think he can kill me in time. I think this is time to set up Tailwind. Do I want to keep Garchomp? Actually, I feel like I'd be okay if Garchomp just... I hate to say it, but just died. Like, I'd be alright with that. Oh, he's got the Floette. Into a Corviknight? Hydro Pump missed? He also didn't go into my Garchomp slot? What do you mean you're bringing out Floette? I got a giant bird. You see the big bird? You see the big bird, right? Chat, we all see the big bird here, right? I mean, I pinned this with an Iron Head. Didn't lose a single Mon. Once again, didn't lose a single Mon. It's because I feel like at this elo, people are good enough to know grass Pokemon. Press dual wing beat on grass Pokemon. Ground Pokemon. Press water attack on ground Pokemon. But once you know what they're doing. Oh my god, Aerodactyl. Oh wait, no Sneasler? Wait, this guy doesn't have a fake out user? A man who's honorable? Okay, so this is one of the games where I feel like Rotom might be okay. I mean, he's pretty weak against the water, I'm not gonna lie. Double Dragon as well. Double Dragon. Maybe a Primarina angle, but we need to shut off the weather. Garchomp can go toe-to-toe with the dragons, right? Primarina is good, but the Electroshock is bad. I don't think he's leading the dragons. If anything, I think he leads the Basculegion here. And nor do I think he's leading Pelipper. I don't think he's bringing Garchomp. I think Corviknight's Knight's on the bench for this one. We can Rotom Opener for speed control. But some of these Watermons are a little scary, I'm not gonna lie to you. But if he turns on the water, I'll turn on the water too, right? Do I want to turn on the water? Should I be bringing Primarina in this matchup? Maybe. It's my answer to the double dragon, right? Garchomp lead? Oh, maybe it was Garchomp over Primarina. Yeah. I should always win here unless my 95% Electro Web misses. If that happens, I'm gonna scream. So an Aerodactyl's at 200 speed. I dropped that by 1/3. That's about 120, which should still outspeed my Primarina girl. But I would get the damage in, honestly. Oh! Oh! I did not... I guess this makes sense. He had no other Megas on his team. Basculegion avoided it! It's 95%! It's insane. It's insane how much I'm gonna lose the game because of that. Okay, we got the lick back. We got the lick back with the crit. You know what? We'll take it. It's a I have the slower Mon, right? Technically. What you gonna do, David Archeludon? He has speed he has speed advantage, but doesn't really do anything. He has one in the back. I'm gonna assume it's the fish. I mean, it's the bird. Yeah, I'm gonna assume it's the bird here. And just hit it with a hyper voice, right? Oh, wow, protect. Oh, what? Okay, you stalled out a turn. Now what? Did you forget you have Tailwind up? Imagine if you wide guarded. Oh. Okay. I really believe that the bird's coming in. Do you think Do you think Mega Aerodactyl has the space to use wide guard and protect? Hell no. I don't think he one-shots me, though. Honestly? No. Let's double up on this guy. Screw the bird. Why would I care about killing the bird? Kill the bridge. Oh my god. Oh my god, the damage is insane here, no? Flash cannon. Okay. Oh god, she might die to sand. Wait, how much health did she have before? I don't think they can do much. Well, he could steel beam Tyranitar, I guess. Like a rock slide? Hang on. Do they care about Primarina here? I feel like Primarina done her job. I think Protect doesn't do anything, right? No, knew that was coming. Oh my god, he went to the wrong slot. Hyper Voice Rain boosted. And he turned off the sand so he doesn't kill my Primarina girl. And the Tailwind petered out. What are you gonna do? You got two birds. Two birds. What's two birds gonna do? You think you're gonna win with two birds? Oh, hell no. Hell no, you ain't winning with two birds. Is this like a muddy water into a rock slide angle? I think so. He could wide guard. Shit. I mean, he might. He might. Oh, rock slide into muddy water, huh? Weather ball. Oh, he makes the right move. Damn. I might lose here. I don't have speed control. And this is such a bad matchup for Venusaur. Maybe the play was to change the weather. Honestly, it might have been. I think he's gonna rock slide into Hurricane here. But he has to expect to protect, right? Because he's gonna dual Wing Beat. And then Hurricane. I don't think I have an out, right? I just need to hope I survive it, I guess. Dual Wing Beat has a chance to miss. Oh, true. You have to reset the weather. Ooh. Ooh. Popeye hurts. Oh, I need to protect on the Prima. Yeah, if I protect on Prima, I win there, right? I made the right read of surviving a dual wing beat. Two turns of rain. He's gonna weather ball me, which I technically resist. Let's protect one to see what he does. Oh, he's on weather ball. Does weather someone run the calc? A 120. Someone run the calc right now. Someone run the calc. On a 58. No! I guess we'll find out. I lived! No! I should have read the cow! Well, that's a lesson. What kind of Pelipper set is this? That's crazy. Oh, man. Scarf? Yeah, I mean, it's definitely scarfed. Seeing as how he pressed the one button. Actually, I don't know. He just might not be running Hurricane. That was a mistake. I think, yeah, maybe resetting. Yeah, leaving Venu for last was a mistake. I should have preserved my T-Tar. If there was one mistake, I mean, the calc thing at the end, it's just that was more of a knowledge diff, but I think I should have brought out the T-Tar and then sacked the Venu, because the Venu is bad into that matchup. This way I preserved the Sash. And I think T-Tar has a much better chance of cleaning up. Yeah, that's what I would do differently. How is it scarfed? He tailwinded? What? Bro, what you say? What you talking about? It was the Aerodactyl that tailwinded. I'm pretty sure his Pelipper never tailwinded. Why are people saying double protect? Yeah, you stall out the last turn of rain. Okay, Floette, weak to poison, melodic, and Jolteon. Oh. That's new. I think the Guard Champa is fine. I like it against the Jolteon. I like it against the Incineroar. I like it against the Sneasler. I don't think this guy has the balls to lead Floette. Honestly, most people don't have the balls to lead Floette. So what we can do is do this like middle of the line play with Guard Champa and Corviknight. Knight. So if he does lead Floette, a giant smack to the head will take care of him. The Melodic, I'm not too worried about. I actually do not think he'll bring Melodic. That would be crazy. I don't love the Rotom here. Like, the electricity and the fire doesn't do too much, right? Like, what's the fire gonna do? I mean, the electricity shocks the Melodic, but man. Do I have an answer for his Guard Chomp? Not really, so maybe we can bring Primarina for it. Oh, you're trying to intimidate? Actually, you got a good intimidate on my Garchomp though, I'm not gonna lie. Magic Bounce! Okay, the Garchomp is really good here, even if he did get intimidated. He needs to swap his Pokemons out, or else he's in for a bad time. I'm just trying to think if he actually Flare Blitz here. Guess he might. That would suck. He will fake out Flare Blitz. I mean, if he fakes me out, he takes damage in return. That's not even bad. Oops. I ran out of time. I always forget I ran out of time. Let me see. Oh, it clicked the Brave Bird for me at least. My favorite thing is when I don't click a button in time and it ends up working out. You might just Flare Blitz here, in which case it's a trade. It's fine. Yeah, Flare Blitz. But he has that -1. Yeah. So it's not super bad. And one thing to note is my bird is faster than the cat. Not sure how that works. How is a bird faster than a cat? Someone explain that to me right now. My Garchomp should be the fastest one here because the flinch message came up before everything. You're bringing out your Floetta. Floetta. You bringing out Floetta. Okay. My only assumption is you plan to annihilate my poor... Okay, so what he can do is he can protect, I can protect, and then he can Flare Blitz my Corviknight again. Which honestly would not be cool. So I think what we can do here is hit a protect here. And it's okay to lose my Iron Head on the Floetta. Because in my opinion... Well, I guess the Floette could Moonblast my poor bird. I guess. You could do that. But he's not gonna resist a juicy Garchomp, right? Does my bird live this actually? With resist? Oh, man. That's on me. How did I not see that coming? Shot, that's fine. We gotta bring in the Venu here. I could Rock Slide. You know? I could Rock Slide. I am a man. I am a human man after all. I could just Rock Slide. I need to keep him honest. Like, I could greed here. But I need to keep him honest. I need to make sure his Floette doesn't get to move. Because if I double up to the right slot, and then he just rips Gleam and kills my Garchomp without me getting a trade back. Woo. Do you all chat here thinking he's gonna see or just speaking to avoid Choice Swimmer? The reason why I'm not reading your messages... What? Oh, wait. Wait, it missed? Sorry, I was flaming someone. It missed? No, does the miss? Oh, God. How bad is the miss? How bad is the miss? How bad is the miss? Oh, does it not kill now? The miss ended up... Oh, jeez. Oh, I got the flinch on the... Oh, you know what? Sometimes good, sometimes... we get the flinch, but we lose the hit. He wants to swap out with a parting shot, I imagine. This bird's not in a good position right now. I know he wants to do a parting shot here, right? What could he bring in? The Sneasel's dead. Melodic? You know what? I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna make the read, baby. I should not have made the read. I should not have made the read. Oh my god, the damage is insane. I should not have made the read, guys. That was a bad read. This stupid flower's still alive? Okay. Alright, here's my other observation. I have not seen this guy hit his protect button once. I'm sorry to think he's never gonna hit his protect button. I think Garchomp's gonna Earthquake here, and then Floette's gonna protect. I'm gonna make the read. I'm gonna make the read. Yes! Wait, in this case, I should have just Moonblasted this Garchomp to hell, no? Poison Jab? Why does your Garchomp know Poison Jab? Why does he know that ability? Scarf Chomp? Oh, brother! So is your plan to slowly poison me down? He needs to Moonblast my Venu, right? Which gets resisted by the poison. And then we suck off the Floette with a Giga Drain. And so is your plan to just keep poison jabbing me, sir? Oh my god, he's gonna poison jab me again. Let me... I'm gonna guess you're gonna poison jab me again. Mm-hmm. 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 I might be the GOAT. See how I predicted the poison jab there? Okay, what went well that game? There was the turn I lost my bird to a Dazzling Gleam. Maybe there was no choice. Also, I timed out my round 1 play and ended up getting paid, like, it paid off. I'm surprised that the bird outspeeds the... Yeah, I should have known to... Well, I also could have set up Tailwind instead of Brave Birding, right? But it was a good angle. Because I feel like people who lead Sneasler never presses Protect. Even though I feel like they should press Protect. They just see the they just see the juicy meat dangling in front of them. He doesn't outspeed. Cat used Fake Out on the Sand Shark. If the cat used Fake Out on the Sand Shark, who the fuck used Flare Blitz? Bro, Watch the VOD for 10 seconds and you can see this. Primarina takes care of fire and ground. And rock. I really like Primarina here. I don't think I can bring Rotom with the double ground. The birds should be good against ground, right? But weak against the ice baby. The Venu. T-Tar for double flying. The King Gambit, I think we check with Venu. Do we want the Corviknight here? He might be Zard. Wow, actually, he's more likely to be Zard X than Zard Y. I don't know why. Why? Because he doesn't have Venusaur, and he doesn't have much in the way of fire Pokemons. Pokemon chatters have some of the worst IQ. I think it's because a game like Pokemon, which is very hindsight based, very rock, paper, scissors, lead itself for people to backseat. I have a good lead here, though. The Garchomp has to respect my Primarina. He can't even Earthquake very well. If he Earthquakes, I just shoot her down. He has the speed control for now. I could seize it back as well, but maybe we just Iron Head here, you know? Well, I think we can do like middle of the line play here. The Hyper Voice can hit the Chomp for middle of the line. And then an Iron Head to the head. Oh! You're just gonna start spamming Rock Slide. Get a crit. I guess you could do that, and then you land some flinches, right? So what happens when you don't land the flinches? It landed the flinch. Of course. So Bozo over here is gonna set up Tailwind. I think I should match his Tailwind. You protected? Oh, big mistake. Big mistake. That was your window, buddy. Oh, Rock Slide. Oh, you gonna land it and flinch me again? Is that what you gonna flinch me again? You gonna flinch me again? Alright, now I have him on the run. He has to look for swaps. I'm pretty sure I just outspeed him no matter what here. I'm trying to decide if I should Roost or Iron Head. I mean... if he swaps in... Ooh, it's a lot of bad swaps for me, though. No, I have to keep him honest. Oh, wait. He still outspeeds both my mods? Oh, man, I should have done the calc. I should have done the calc! I should have done the calc! That's crazy. That's gonna be a problem. Wow, I'm at genuine supplies because Aerodactyl is 200 max speed, which means neither of my mons hit 100. Oh man, I should have done the calc. That's my fault. Mm, that's my fault. Yeah, I was like a few points off. In that case, I should never have Tailwind it because it would have made a difference. Okay, can we be honest? Brother here is gonna just spam Rock Slides. He's not gonna do anything else. He's here to do one thing and one thing only. I think I just stall his turn. I also don't think this Mamoswine can do anything to my Corviknight. So I think now it's just let my Corviknight do his thing. My Corviknight should be pretty like safe here. This is a really good matchup for Corviknight. Oh my god, Rock Slide! Oh man, I didn't see that coming. Do not flinch me, I swear on Christ. Yeah, they want to go for my Venu, it's fine. Big Roosta! Big Roosta! Alright. So, this might surprise you, but I think he might be pressing Rock Slide here. To be honest, I don't think do I care about this Mamoswine? I don't know if I one-shot the Mamoswine though, right? Let's get this Mamoswine out of here. Oh my god, a Rock Slide? That both land? Yeah, that's fine. Icicle Crash. This shouldn't kill. If I double flinch, I'm gonna call the police. Alright, Venusaur flinched. Corviknight. You know what? Hey, a good craftsman never blames his tools. Someone might go, oh my god, I'm so unlucky. And that's the only reason I want. No, if you're a good player, you can get yourself out of any situation. Even if it is a triple flinch in one game. If he flinches me here, though, I'm going to have words with the police, though. That's fine. This shouldn't be doing that much damage. Okay, okay, okay. There we go. There we go. That's what we needed, baby. No more Tailwind for him, and Tailwind for me. Okay, I outspeed him, right? This shouldn't kill. Bro, you're tickling my Venusaur right now. That's kind of rude. Stop that. How about I suck your Mamoswine off? Big healing! And then guess what? My bird? My bird's gonna get some big healing! What are you gonna do? You go rock? You go Rock Slide. You go to Rock Slide. Bring out your last Pokemon, you bum. Oh. Oh shit. Oh, okay, he becomes flying, right? That's annoying. Well, I'm not really afraid of the Charizard, if I'm being quite honest with you. There's no way his Garchomp hits a protect here. I'm doubling up. Here comes a giant bird! Wow. You're still alive. Huh? That's not good. Oh my god. A rock slide missed. The one time it doesn't matter. Sorry, where was the Mega Evolution? Is he holding his Mega for T-Tar? On the swap-in? Wait, that's kind of Giga Brain, no? No, he's a genius. He knows I have T-Tar in the back. Last turn of Tailwind. Is he gonna double protect here? And he outspeeds my T-Tar, no? Both his mons have faster than both my mons? Oh, this is scary. I wonder if he wins. Because he hits the double protect with the Mega Evolution. Yeah. Why isn't he Mega Evolving? Because he Earthquakes... If he Earthquakes into Heat Wave, don't I just lose here? Huh, I don't see a way out of this, guys. Should I have preserved a Corvin? Interesting. I think I lose. Wow, I am surprised I lost this. Because it felt really good. I needed to take out that Garchomp when I had the chance. Yeah. Here's Earthquake. Kills both. Wow. 10% dodge chance on the Heat Wave. I'm really surprised I lost. Because I felt like I made some good reads, but I think my end game, maybe I got too cocky. Did I get too cocky there? I lost speed control, right? And then that was pretty bad. Maybe I need to bring... That's a game where I'm a little confused. Because it felt like I made some good reads. Okay. He brought out the Charizard. I felt comfortable. We doubled into the Garchomp, which actually paid off. Because I feel like T-Tar always solos Charizard. But we were 4% off from killing Garchomp, right? Had to kill the Chomp? Yes, that's what the Giga Drain... That was what the Giga Drain was for. The Giga Drain with the Brave Bird. Triple flinch diff low-key. Yes, we could focus on the triple flinch. I must say it, that wasn't ideal, but we can only focus on the things we have control over, right? You can't... Like, if you want to get better... If I was able to win there, that would have been a good display of skill to overcome a triple flinch. Yes, if it didn't triple flinch, it was probably going to be a lot easier game, but... I think if you want to get better, thinking about RNG never works. You could have upped your attack EVs to get the kill. I'm gonna ban that guy. You could have had a Floette instead. It's like, shit, shit. You might be right. Toast, the flinch didn't matter. I think streaming Pokemon VGC is just chat taking turns rage baiting you. I said we can't focus on the flinch. But to say that the flinch didn't matter is next level rage baiting. R2 Cali 217 from YouTube. The flinch mattered. The flinch mattered. We won't focus on it, but the flinch mattered. I'm going to start saying people's username out loud. I can't anymore. Okay, in 1 minute. Ooh, Mr. Cybertron should be joining the call. Wanna double into the Charizard? Do I kill Charizard with a double? Possibly. But my logic is, if I kill the Garchomp, my T-Tar always wins the 1v1 no matter what. I just didn't think I would. That was a bulky Garchomp though. I feel like the turns where Chomp and Mammal was out, Corviknight had to go off instead of Tailwind. No, that's fine. That's fine. Because ultimately, leaving Mamoswine out is super good for us. Mamoswine does nothing. Mamoswine is like, it's a swine. It's a pig. He's not going to do anything. It's fine to leave Mamoswine out. Because if you kill Mamoswine, you essentially give him the free switch. You don't want to give people free switches. Especially since I had Giga Drain. Maybe the argument, I think the argument here would have been, you don't kill the Mamoswine. Because he doesn't do damage, right? What we could have done instead was focus down the Chomp first. I think that would be a better argument. Because we should know Zard Wise in the back. And the only thing that threatens T-Tar is Chomp. Well, let's imagine a world where it was... Yeah, because of the Earthquake, he can get a double, right? Mamoswine doesn't run spread moves. You could have brought Primarina. Mother trucker? My Primarina was the first mon out and it died because it got flinched, okay? I'm gonna start permanent banning people. You guys are just rage baiters. Solar Beam would have one-shot your T-Tar. It has Focus Sash. It has the item known as Focus Sash that prevents it from being one-shotted. Do you understand the usage of Focus Sash in the competitive Pokemon game? I didn't see it. What do you mean you didn't see it? What do you mean you didn't see it? What do you mean you didn't see it? It's right there. It's right. It's here. You see it? It's right there. It's here. It's here. What do you mean you didn't see it? You mean to tell me you didn't even look at the screen before you typed the backseating comment? Is that what happened? I'm a little special, Toast. I'm sorry. Honestly, all good, dog. Hey, mistakes happen. It's true. I'm gonna call my coach. Tyranitar would die to Sandstorm after Sash. That's a rage bait. I'm not gonna fall for it. Hello, coach.
Hello, how's it going, Toast?
I'm getting I'm not sure if you're watching my stream, but I'm getting rage baited by my chat.
Welcome to streaming / playing Pokemon, man.
Were you watching that game? Because I had a few questions about it.
I was not, but I can pull up the VOD right now.
Yeah. It all went really well. Minus a couple of flinches, but I'm a professional player. I don't focus on the flinches. Yeah, let me see if we can pull it up and go through it on stream together. Because I felt really good, and then I felt really bad.
Sometimes Pokemon's like that, where it feels like you have all the momentum, but then like one turn doesn't go your way, and then you suddenly are like, oh, why am I losing now?
Yeah, I have a tendency to prematurely celebrate once I have like a 1-mon lead. Let's see here. It was, yeah, around the 57-minute mark.
Gotcha. I am pulling it up. Let's see. Did this game go on for a long time?
Like the stream?
Just the last game that you had. I'm like seeing it's like 10-ish minutes?
Yeah, I take a long time to think. So I pretty much run the
As you should. No. That's the right way to do it. Cool. Yeah, we can go over, like, I don't know if there's any specific turns you want to review. We can watch it together. We can start with like team preview, whatever is most helpful for you.
I would love to do team preview. I feel like I learned a lot from that. Because sometimes I feel like games can be won off just picking the right 4 mons or leading the right 2 mons.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Cool. Let's start off with that then. This is the Kingambit, Aerodactyl, Rotom Wash, Mamoswine stuff, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, maybe it was helpful. Yeah, I didn't get to tune into the game, so if you want to walk me through like your thought process first on like why you picked the 4 that you did, and then I can talk about like how I would think about it.
Gotcha. So for this one, I really like Corviknight just because I see 2 grounds, and automatically I'm thinking fly above the ground attacks. And the steel is not too bad against Aerodactyl, so I'm always bringing it. The only scary part would be like a Rotom Electricity or Zard Y, and that's why I would also bring T-Tar, because it's the ultimate Zard Y counter, and it does okay into the ice as well as the Aerodactyl. And I believe I got scared of Garchomp, because technically I have nothing that hits it really well. So I wanted to bring Primarina for the fairy coverage, and the water type isn't horrible against potentially a Mamoswine, a Zard Y, an Aerodactyl, and finally Venusaur, because I'm one of those players that think to myself I must bring my Mega Evolution, even though I know that's not correct, but that's what I was thinking.
I think that makes a lot of sense. I will say one of the complexities of the team, like the Mega Venusaur team specifically, is it often feels like all 6 Pokemon are bringable to some degree. And so like, even for me using it, I'm not always sure like whether or not it's the right 6. I think your logic tracks a lot to me. And it's a tough one, because I think it's like my head gravitates towards Rotom Heat actually first in this matchup, because it's like essentially the fastest thing. But it's also scary, right? Because it's like staring down a potential Rotom Wash, or, you know, like a Aerodactyl Rock Slide, like double Rock Slide from there into scary. Like what my go-to lead with the team is often something like Rotom Heat plus Venusaur. And like, I think the tricky thing about Primarina here is, even though its damage output looks really good, like I don't love how it matches up into Charizard specifically. And like, it's generally going to be like the slowest Pokemon. So you have to like trade positively with it. But that being said, I will say I think like the 4 that you've selected are like playable. It just means that like if you're gonna lead like Corviknight Primarina, for example, you're often going to be like slower from the get-go, and so it's thinking about like, can I get a Tailwind up if they lead Charizard? Like, what is kind of the counterplay? Because I think Zard lead into Mega Evolve turn 1 is pretty scary, because it's like you can't switch in Tyranitar to change the stand. Like you need to buffer a turn basically. So I think in my head, I'd probably index more towards like leading Rotom Heat here just because it's like the fastest Pokemon and can like start electro webbing things. And then like Rotom Heat plus Garchomp or Rotom Heat plus Venusaur is like where my head would go towards as like a starting point. But yeah, I don't think it's like so objectively right that it's like, oh, you had to go with that. And like Corviknight Primarina is the wrong answer, if that makes sense.
God, I think in my head it's like I see 2 ground Pokemons and I'm so nervous about electro webbing.
Yeah, that's fair. And I'd say like the counterpoint to that is Rotom into Mamoswine. It's like even though it's ground, you at least pressure with Overheat. So if they lead Mamoswine, it's like you don't need to Electro Web. You can kind of just like pressure Overheat immediately. And then often like how I think about it is like, okay, if Rotom's not doing anything against them, then like what about its partner, right? So it's like, if I'm up against the 2 ground types, then like if you have Primarina or like Venusaur next to the Rotom, for example, well, then those can deal with the ground types, right? So like I often try to think about it as like a 1-2 punch where it's like, okay, here's what I think is the best Pokemon against most of their team. Then what are the things that can beat the Rotom or like things that I don't want to see? And it's going to be like the ground types, like you mentioned. So then what's like the best partner for Rotom to deal with those ground types? And then so in this case, I think it's like Rotom Heat Primarina, Rotom Heat Venusaur are both like okay as a potential lead.
Oh, damn. So what 4 would you have picked?
I think, and this is just me liking, like Venusaur just feels super bulky with the team. It's a little bit weird because they do have Charizard and Aerodactyl. It's like, I think Tyranitar should always be brought and it should always be in the back. Corv is interesting. I don't know. Like, I think seeing Charizard makes me really scared about bringing Corviknight alone. So, like, I think I would probably go Rotom Heat plus Primarina, and then Mega Venusaur, Tyranitar in the back. So it's very close to what you did, actually. It's basically just, like, swapping in Rotom Heat instead. Mainly because, yeah, Rotom Heat Primarina, I think, gives you good type coverage across the board, and, like, it's difficult to knock out Primarina in one hit.
Gotcha. Okay. I mean, you're kind of on the head. My Corviknight eventually just got cooked by the Zard.
Ha, yeah.
And it was a struggle because they forced out my T-Tar earlier than his Mega Evolve. Like, he delayed his Mega Evolve by 2 turns just to catch my T-Tar at the end.
Yeah, like, one of the ways I think about bringing Pokemon is often I'm like, oh, is there something that just, like, hard counters, like, the Pokemon that we're bringing, right? So it's like, Corviknight's a good example, and this is especially relevant if your Pokemon don't carry Protect. Like, if you have Protect, you can always, like, protect one Pokemon and then defensively switch in something else. But, like, this Corviknight doesn't have Protect, so it means if we have Corviknight and they have Charizard, we're going to be in a really bad spot, at least for one turn. And the way we get around it is then by, like, switching Corviknight out, right? So, like, I think there's a world in which, like, Corviknight is brought, but then it means that there needs to be something in the back, like, can switch into a Charizard attack, right? Like Garchomp or Rotom Heat. And then the other thing is, like, there's also a Rotom Wash on their team, and I think that's actually one of, like, the best Pokemon in the format to deal with Corviknight, because it's, like, you don't do any damage to them, they can Thunderbolt you, they can Will-O-Wisp you, so it's, like, one of these weird things where Corviknight looks really good into 4 of their 6 Pokemon, right? Like, Garchomp, Mamoswine, Aerodactyl, Kingambit, like, we have a pretty good matchup into, but we have such a bad matchup into the other 2 that it makes me, like, uneasy, because it's, like, oh, if they bring both of those, then, like, it's actually going to be really hard to get mileage out of Corviknight, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Right now, I'm falling into that trap of I just look at the typing, and I bring the max EV typing, assuming they're just gonna randomly pick 4 mons. I pick the one that would match up the best if they did that, but I guess they would not bring. Like, they see the Corviknight, and I think they should be smart enough. Okay, I'm not gonna bring all my mons that are weak to Corviknight. I'm gonna bring the ones that are good against it.
Yep, totally. It makes sense. And once again, it's like, I think a lot of times with team preview, it's not like you're objectively wrong or objectively right. It's like you like make informed decisions based on like what you think can give you the best matchup. But like, even though it can give you like an advantage or you can be like behind from it, I would say like part of the skill is figuring out like what are like the best 4 ideally. But then if you don't bring the best 4, like there's still a lot of ways that you can play like out of it. And with a team like this, there's actually a ton of defensive switching. And so you can like claw out of a bad lead, for example, just by like protecting one Pokemon and switching in something else on turn 1.
Got it. Okay. This feels like a very balanced team.
Yes, yeah, that's exactly how I would describe it. It's like you try to see where you can deal your super effective damage. The Pokemon are really bulky. The downside is like you often will be moving, I would say second, and so like that can feel a little bit scary, right? Because it's like it just it's nerve wracking when your opponents get the chance to like attack before you. But there's a lot of bulk to work with, which is like a really good, I think, tool to have.
Yeah, I like teams like this because it encourages more critical thinking. But sometimes
Yes.
I wish I can just press Helping Hand and Water Spout on a Blastoise. Because it feels like I don't really have a game plan going into a game. It's more what's their game plan and I'm going to play around it.
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. Yeah, like the best example I can think of in the format right now is like Mega Charizard Y is like the opposite, where it's like you can just click Heat Wave a billion times and like there's nothing like even Pokemon that resist it still take like 20-30%, for example, from it. And so Charizard's a Pokemon that can always be like super oppressive no matter what you're going up against. Whereas like Venusaur is like you're like looking for the right type matchup. There's normally like maybe one or two annoying Pokemon on your opponent's team that can deal with it. So then the idea is to like try to beat the things that give Venusaur trouble and then play the game from there.
Okay. How do you usually like doing like coaching like this? Would you want me to play a game and then say my thoughts out loud and then we do a VOD review after?
Yeah, I think that's helpful. Or it's like you can play the game and like in real time I can give you thoughts. Like I don't know if you have any preference. Like it's like if it's easier for you to just fully concentrate without me having any input, we can do that and then we can go over the VOD. Or if you want input while you're making your moves, like and I tell you what I would do, I'm also happy to do that.
Okay, let's try this. Can you tell me the move after I click it?
Yes. Yeah. That sounds good. I like it.
Oh, this game is it's hard. It's hard. Sometimes there's some real crazy people you meet on ladder that just does crazy things.
Yeah, I was watching your stream yesterday and I think you made like one of the best points about what makes this game so hard is it's like how much does your opponent like know what they're doing? Because sometimes people make crazy plays and you're like, oh my god, they like totally predicted me, but it's like just something that they like weren't even really considering you're thinking of, and sometimes like the skill level is really intense, and so like it's like a huge range when you play this game.
Yeah, it's almost like more important to know your opponent's rank than anything else. Because I feel like in the 1900s, people are gonna click the obvious super effective move every single time. And you can play around that. But if you go to 1700 or if you go to like, I imagine in the 2100s, they don't do that. They do like, it's that meme where you're so bad you're good or you're just so good you're good in a game like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright. I am streaming my game on Discord if you prefer that. You can also
That's perfect. I can see it.
Okay. Okay, Scovillain. Any other megas? Possible Aerodactyl? I always need to remember Wideguard, but I don't think he's Mega Aero. I guess he could, which makes me want to bring my special attacker so I don't get the spicy P. He's obviously ranged, so T-Tar's going to be in the back. Double Steel type Garchomp seems really good, although the Scovillain burn is not going to be pretty. Rotom Heat seems insane here. Between the Overheat, doesn't get burned, as well as the Electro Web on the two water types. So I'm always leading Rotom Heat here, and probably just the Venusaur. The grass is good, the earth is good. Venu's insane. I feel like I can't lose with this. Tyranitar, and the final pick. It's not Corviknight, because I don't want to get Spicy Peed. Garchomp can hit some Earthquakes on the Steel types. But he's got double flyers, which isn't that bad, because we can throw some rocks at it. Primarina kind of does nothing. Even against the Archaludon, it's whatever. So, Garchomp in back. I feel very comfortable. I feel like this is a good matchup for me, and I would really have to find a way to screw it up.
Well, I will say, dude, I love it. Those are the exact 4 I would have gone with. I think it's like your thought process was like I processed it the exact same way. I think there's like an argument to potentially bring Primarina because if like the rain isn't set up, then it can deal damage. But yeah, I think that was really, really powerful team preview for you.
Archer Ludon on the opener. Spicy P is gonna go for. I mean, Spicy P doesn't have a good shot here. We got Thick Fat on the Venu. What's this guy gonna do? What's this guy gonna do? I think. Do I want speed control here? I mean, what can I do? Overheat? Is he gonna protect? I'm going Sludge Bomb Disco Villain actually.
I like the turn. I think, yeah, it's like here, they actually switch into Pelipper, which is, yeah, like their way of getting around the overheat. Like, I think in that turn, there's like the ability to double up into a slot, but I think your play is honestly fine. Like overheat Sludge Bomb, double into Scoville, for example, try to get that out of the way immediately. But honestly, this is fine. Like, I think Venu does match up really well here, and I don't think Scovillain's doing much to us in return. The awkward thing is, like, Rotom's now kind of caught in an awkward spot, but I like the overheat to like force some damage early on into our Chaladon. So this also breaks a potential focus sash on Pelipper, so it's still not bad.
Gotcha. Oh, he's not going for. Is he going for an overheat of his own?
That is a great question. We also do so much with that. Oh my gosh.
This is spicy. Oh, Leech Seed.
Okay.
I mean, that's perfect into that slot because we're already trying to swap him out.
Exactly, yeah.
He could hit the protect on his spicy boy. Try and set up Tailwind on the bird. Like, if I was him, this might be just a protect Tailwind turn. The bigger question is there a way we can get around that? I think a simple T-Tar, just turn off the weather right now, make it awkward for him. That's a good idea. And this is my big question. Do I keep him honest? Do I keep him honest? Do I say, hey, you can't be doing that? Do I keep him honest? Nah, I'm gonna assume he's gonna protect.
I like it. Yeah, I think I would have made the same play. Because the reality is, honestly, if, knocking out Scovillain's a little bit awkward for us because, like, if they set up Tailwind, then they get something in for free, and Scovillain's actually not that scary, and just as you called it, yeah, they protect. And even if they don't protect, it's like, what's the worst that they can do, right? Like, maybe overheat us for, like, 40%. Big Fat, it's not even that bad. So, yeah, I think perfectly played so far.
Oh, Bulkipper. Oh, he hits the Hurricane? Didn't even rip the tail? That's crazy. Alright, no protect on Spicy Boy. Here's the thing, though. He could be great. I mean, he has the Archer Ludon, right? Is he slick with it? Is he slick with it? I do not want to send my T-Tar into that. I do not want to get burned. Do not want to get burned. If I Rock Slide, I think I have to sack it. I think the Rock Slide will kill both anyway. Is my read. I'm going to Giga Drain the left spot.
Okay, yeah, so I think in this position, I would have Earth Powered and knocked off. Yeah, specifically because our Chaladon switching in here is kind of spooky for us. And if we knock out Spicy P with Venusaur, then Tyranitar doesn't get burnt, right? So we conserve our Focus Sash as well. Did we miss? That's annoying. Oh, that's actually a good miss.
No stamina boost.
Damn. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man. Oh, I didn't think about that. Now my Tyranitar loses 2 really good tools.
Yeah, exactly. When I basically it's like a Scovillain specific thing, but basically like when I play against it, I'm always like, how can I knock it out before I use any of my physical attackers into it?
Yeah.
And here like we had the tool, which is Earth Power into that slot's like generally pretty safe basically, but it's still okay. Like it's not like game over by any means. It just it's like slight disadvantage, but things are still totally looking fine.
I would really like to turn off the weather here. But it's always the risk of... I need to turn off the weather in my opinion. And he has a Pokemon we haven't addressed yet. Most likely Basculegion. So I'm really scared of throwing my Rotom to die. If I can help it. I don't think he's gonna Draco Meteor on an empty spot. He might Hurricane. I don't think the Hurricane's gonna kill. I think we take the trade. I'm gonna Earth Power the Archludo.
So I think in this position, I would think about Sludge Bombing Pelipper, and the idea is like we just knock that out, so then we win the Weather War. The Garchomp switch is perfect, like so I think that's really great. Basically the reality is if we knock out Pelipper, we just like win the Weather War immediately, and we're up 4-2 in the game, which I think is great. Garchomp switching is beautiful here. Oh, I think it timed out. RIP. Earth Power there would have ended up working out quite nicely. Are they hurricaning? Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, basically it's like Pelipper's Hurricane is like one of the few things that can deal strong damage to Venusaur. So if we try to Sludge Bomb and KO it, I'm not sure Sludge Bomb actually would KO since they were Citrus Berry bulky, but should we knock it out, it would put us in like really good shape because then Venusaur just doesn't take any damage there.
Alright. He's gonna want a Draco Meteor, I assume. And I'm pretty sure my guy is Sludge Bomb better? It's more damage, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna read the Draco Meteor here, and my Venu was confirmed faster than Pelipper. I could also turn... Well, he's not gonna Electroshock me, is he? Oh, I don't know about this one.
Ooh, he switches. Okay, what are we going into? Basculegion? Yep, like you said.
Oh, no, this is half as effective. Is he just dropping the Draco?
Yeah, this one's spooky. So I think we have the Hobomberry on Garchomp, which means that we, I think, should be able to survive Draco Meteor. So I think in that position, Garchomp can get an attack off. And, like, basically, like, the thing about Mega Venusaur is if you take bad trades with it, it feels really bad, right? So it's like we could have Sludge Bomb Pelipper last turn, and then here we, like, gave them the opportunity to attack. Like, still okay, I think. But yeah, it's like Venu could have gotten a little bit more mileage. Obviously, we timed out as well. I think if the Earth Power went into our Chaladon, things as intended, we could have like pressured Earthquake.
Bring this out. So, I want to turn off the range so that Basculegion is not as fast. But does he read that and swap his Pelipper into the Archuludon? That would be impressive. I'm gonna assume he does not have that brain. I think this is a Thunderbolt angle. If I'm crazy, I shoot it here. Nah, I don't respect him that much.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's like way too aggressive of a prediction to make because like the game is still kind of in, I would say, like even state. Like I think you want to go for reads like that if you feel like super behind in the game. They do make the switch, but like it actually doesn't work in their favor because we changed the weather after them, right? So
wait, why is Garchomp coming out second?
Yeah, it's a slower Garchomp, and they're probably max speed our Chaladon, it looks like.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so that, it is surprising. Oh, they do survive. It's annoying, but they...
Paralyzed.
Oh, okay.
That's big.
Are they wave crashing?
Hey, get it! Oh. I'm so good at the game. I'm so good at the game.
Assuming they were wave crashing there, I think we were in okay shape because they would knock themselves out, and then we get a free switch him back into Garchomp with Hobomberry still active. But that should win the game, I think.
Okay, this is just a simple rock slide. I'm gonna assume I don't miss here. I'm gonna Thunderbolt the left slot because it's the only option I have. I'm gonna assume my Rock Slide. Whoa! Yeah. This is always correct. I mean, that's fine.
Okay. Oh my gosh, that did 1 billion damage.
Rock Slide. No. Rock Slide. Alright. My little Pelipper. Sorry, not Pelipper. My little Rotom's always the fastest. There's no way he swaps his Pelipper in on the left slot. This Basket Legion's just gonna die at this point. I'm pretty sure he's gonna let it die. Because, Yeah. Is this a low kick angle? Do I need the fish dead? No, I don't need the fish dead. I mean, he gets the speed boost, but he loses the bird. I mean, I think this was what a smart person would... Oh, I did it. Okay.
It's fine, though, because you get a guaranteed knockout in that position, right? So it's like... And if Basque Legion clicks Wave Crash, they faint. So, I mean, obviously, we got pretty lucky with the paralysis here. Yeah, actually... Because it was low kick, like, maybe Rock Slide could have been better there to cover for the switch. But... Like, I think the main thing our opponent did well in this game was that they did have a lot of switches.
I don't feel really good about myself winning this game, though. Do I want to do anything else? Okay, well, here's the thing. I actually need this fish dead. And because there's no more Sandstorm, I think I'm just gonna... Was that 3 in a row?
I think so, yeah.
And it got nerfed to 1 in 8, right? Damn.
Yeah. That's actually crazy. I've not seen that many paras in a row ever in this game. Living the Flash Cat in there was big as well. Nice.
So I think my mistake that I could see is maybe oftentimes I always try and go for the super effective play, like on that Pelipper turn where I went for the Archer.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think like basically Mega Venusaur is like super cracked in this matchup. So I think it's like the two key turns that stick out to me are when Scovillain, like we ended up getting burnt on Tyranitar. Because I think that turn, if we Earth Power Scovillain, then we keep Focus Sash on Tyranitar, and we don't get burnt, right? So, like, that was one big play. And then, like, Pelipper is, like, one of the only big super offensive threats into Venusaur. Because, like, part of the thing about Venusaur is that it can sustain, right, with Giga Drain. So, it's like, if we have Venusaur against Basque Legion in the end game, Venu, if it has, like, enough HP, is just going to crush it. So, it's like, we could have launched a couple more attacks into Pelipper. The turn that we went Giga Drain, I think it was fine going for Giga Drain there. Sludge Bomb's like a little bit stronger and it gives you the poison chance. And so I think I wasn't confident actually that a Sludge Bomb would have KO'd when Pelipper was at like 53% after Citrus Berry. But basically, yeah, I think it's like Venusaur is really good in this matchup and like probably didn't get as much mileage as it should have because we ate the Hurricane specifically. And then Garchomp also, like, I don't think needed to protect the turn that they Electroshotted Venusaur because we have the Hobomberry, which makes us, like, the Draco Meteor not super effective.
Right. I always forget about Hobomberry. It very rarely comes into play.
Yeah, and like that was like a specific scenario where like it was relevant because then it's like you don't have to be as scared. But I think like you brought the right Pokemon for sure, and I thought you maneuvered it well. It's just like those two small things that I think could have made the match easier for us.
Okay, yeah. I need to get over this like click super effective button every single time. I think that's
yeah. Like I think I often think about instead of just like super effective hits, it's more like can I KO something, right? Like I often find it more important to like get a knockout rather than like get like 50 or 60% from a super effective hit. Especially in a matchup like that where they have rain. Like if we can win the weather war, then like Basculegion becomes a lot less effective. So it's like going up Pokemon when you're playing against weather is really advantageous.
Got it. Okay, looks like we got Sun. Cheetar, of course, in the back. Is Garchomp playable? Garchomp might be playable. Honestly, Garchomp seems pretty good. The Rotom Wash is always a pain in my ass. I hate Rotom Wash. I don't know why. Something about that Pokemon just ruins my night. It's because he can Hydro Pump my Rotom. And our Rotom, I believe, is trained just to outspeed Scarf Basculegion, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's weak against maybe a Scarf Rotom that invested a little more. I think it's these four. And
I like
I'm committing
yeah.
to it.
I like it. Yeah, I think the alternative option would be like a Rotom Garchomp lead, because like Garchomp pressures Charizard Venusaur a little bit more. So like that's one other option, but I also think this is fine.
Okay. And biggest threat, we're not bringing Corviknight, so I don't have to worry about that. Incineroar might be a little annoying. If he brings out Rotom, it's fine, it's fine. Venusaur deals with Rotom, and if he's Scarf, he can protect.
Yeah, so I made this team. I don't know if the opponent has like modified the sets, but I've used the 6. And if it's like my version, it's Choice Scarf Garchomp, Leftovers Rotom, Citrus Berry Incineroar, White Herb Sneasler with no Protect. But
okay, so this Garchomp feels pretty useless. He doesn't have a good matchup. This Sneasler has the Poison Jab, but it gets resisted. We gotta play the fake out mind game here. I wouldn't mind just Electro Webbing and start seizing speed control. Well, actually, no. Am I gonna play this fake out mind game with him? Do I care about this Garchomp? Nah.
I like it. I think the play I would have considered here, specifically covering for Scarf Garchomp, would have been to like switch Rotom out into our Garchomp. Because I think like, yeah, with them having Scarf Rock Slide, it could be a little bit spooky. But let's see.
Garchomp. Oh, wow.
They're not Scarf. Okay. Okay.
Huh?
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Are they? Okay.
That's okay.
Cool.
That's okay. That's okay.
That's fine.
Okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine.
So the thing is, if you're running Swords Dance, you have to drop one of your normal moves, right? So it's like Dragon Claw, Rock Slide, Earthquake, Stomping Tantrum, Protect. Like you can't run all of those. So the question of whether or not they're carrying Rock Slide or not, because if they're not, then the Swords Dance honestly isn't even that scary.
I have this bad habit where I really don't like switching out Pokemon. So what I would do here is I would just once again do this, and in case he does a Protect, I think we just, you know, deal some damage to the Garchomp.
I like that play. Yeah, I would have done the same.
I hate switching out. I hate switching out.
I will say, unfortunately for you, this team is probably a little bit more switching heavy because like you can gain a lot of momentum with it. But I actually think we're in totally fine shape. Like the first 2 turns have gone almost as well as they could have.
So this Garchomp,
Next turn is where things get interesting.
he has, I'm just gonna assume he has Earthquake and what is it, Dragon Claw?
Yeah, that's the
Incineroar.
big question because it's like Rock Slide is such a good move on Garchomp. It's hard to say whether or not he's running it.
Incineroar might hit a fake out here. The Garchomp is not Earthquaking. Brother is not Earthquaking. He knows I'm Scarf Rotom, so a Thunderbolt's coming. He knows my Earth Power is super effective. I think he might just Dragon Claw and then make me fake me out here. I want to keep him honest and make sure he uses the fake out on the Venu. I'd say so. I would say I want to keep him honest. What do you think
I
about
think,
that
yeah.
logic? Like,
I
if you know
think
it's
it's
coming.
okay. Yeah, it's one of those where I think it's just better to protect there. Oh my. Okay, hold up. Okay. Okay. I was gonna say I like protecting there because I thought they would always attack with guard chomp. Honestly, the second sword stance does make a lot of sense from there. I mean, this is getting a little spooky, I gotta say. The sword stance guard chomp is like not meta whatsoever, so it is like, yeah, kind of a crazy set from their end.
I'm getting scared.
I don't think you've done anything wrong. You know, it's like you're up against a very unconventional set because people don't use this very frequently. It's still a question to me of what moves is it running.
Yeah, you know what?
I like that. Yeah, I think the alternative is like maybe double up onto Incineroar or get the knockout onto it. What does guard chomp? Is it Dragon Claw? It is. Okay, I think we survived this.
Oh
Never
my
mind.
god, it's a +4.
Starting shot.
He's gotta bring out this hard Y here, no?
Yeah. I gotta say, I believed in Venusaur there. I thought it was gonna, and they didn't bring Zard. Wow, that was the right decision on their end, honestly.
Okay, I'm staring down what feels like Jesus. I'm staring down Jesus right now.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
I'll say this is an example of a game where like I think all your decision making was right, and sometimes in Pokemon you can like lose because your opponent has a complete surprise, and this is an example of it. Like that, in all my games I've played so far, I've not run into Sword Dance Guard Chomp, and that is what's like it turns the Venusaur matchup from like very negative to very positive for them.
Okay. I'm praying somehow. Get the paralyzed! Get the paralyzed!
You did on.
You did good, Rotom. You did good. But this is why we brought the Haban Berry, right? Right
Yeah,
here?
I don't know if it's enough, unfortunately, because they're at +4.
Wait, we're attacking
we're
first?
faster. Ooh.
Wait.
That's crazy. Citrus Swords Dance.
Wait till I eat my Haban Berry.
Yeah, the second Swords Dance is what did us in. But, like, the honest answer is there was no real counterplay to it. Like, I think you made all the right decisions in this game, and, like, we ran into just kind of a cracked set into our team. Because if it's, like, any other Guard Chomp, like the normal Citrus Berry set with no Swords Dance, or, like, Choice Scarf, like, Venusaur hard wins against it. But, and being able to one-shot Venu from the range that we were at was unfortunate.
Alright, let me see. Okay. Rock Slide kills the Garchomp from this position. And then Rotom misses the Hydro Pump. If he goes for the swap in, it's fine, because oh wait, it's not super effective, huh? Is this a low kick angle? No. Is this a... What kills in one hit here? You know what? When in doubt, Rock Slide. We
Yeah.
also can't hit the
Honestly-
rough skin anyway.
Their whole team's like, I mean, Garchomp just wins at this point, so like, there's not too much you can do in this position. They're just gonna protect. I mean, yeah, you just bring out Rotom, and then they should just Thunderbolt Earthquake or Thunderbolt Dragon Claw. But I think this is a good example of a game that shows why Pokemon is so hard, because like I honestly don't think there were like so many different plays you could have made. The main one would have been maybe turn 1, Rotom switching out into Garchomp. If I were in your shoes, I would not have like tried to beat Swords Dance Garchomp specifically as well. It's just like not a conventional set.
Do you think there's a chance he presses Hydro Pump?
Yeah, we're playing for the throw right now, that's for sure. It's tough, I think, because of rough skin. Like, I probably would try to like knock out Garchomp here. Oh, they actually did go for a move like this. So, if they had Thunderbolt, they should have clicked that instead of Electro Web. But basically, because of rough skin, there's not really much we can do there. Because like it invalidates the Focus Sash.
Yeah. No, that's crazy.
Yeah. But, like, I want you to use this as an example of a game where like you are gonna lose in Pokemon. Sometimes it feels like there's like not that much you could have done, and like I think the most you could have done was swapping Garchomp on turn 1, but I think the Pokemon choices were fine. Your opponent honestly also like was kind of cracked by bringing Rotom Wash instead of Charizard. And then yeah, it's like we played against a very unconventional set, and like 90+% of Garchomps, probably even 95% of Garchomps are not going to beat that Swords Dance set. And if they're any other conventional set, like Venusaur completely like wins that matchup.
Damn. Double Swords Dance. That was crazy.
Yeah, I was not convinced it was going to knock out Venusaur either, to be honest, because like Venusaur's a pretty bulky Pokemon. So if we survive that, got the Giga Drain off, I actually think we're in good shape, because then we can, like, the Dragon Claw would have just KO'd them. But Rotom was just stuck out on the field against Garchomp, and it was like a dream scenario for them to spam Swords Dance.
Yeah, because it's useless. All right, look at the team. Only one Mega. Well, I guess Aerodactyl might be a Mega. Most likely Mega Venu that I know is weak against Flying type, which makes me want to bring the bird. Yeah, it's good. Are we playing for? Thank you. Are we playing for weather? I don't think so. Is there anything that really annoys Rotom? I don't think so either. A little speed control goes a long way, unless he brings out the Gambit. The amount of times I Electro Web the Gambit is too much to count. I know they have an Aerodactyl, but I still feel pretty fine leading the Venu. Garchomp. How do we feel about Garchompa, Mr. Champa? Well, I don't feel great about the Primarina. This is a T-Tar angle. I like the T-Tar and I like the bird.
I like it. Yeah, I think Primarina is like a never bring here because they have Venusaur. Our Corviknight's really good into Venusaur, so we want to ideally preserve it as a win con. Like, we don't want Corviknight to faint early because Corviknight can kind of like 1v1 against Venu in an end game.
Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. I'm not gonna think too hard. My Rotom's guaranteed the fastest one here. Super effective in both of them. It's just a matter of who would I like to kill. I assume that's Scarf Bask. Best thing you can do is protect, which I guess he could. Or do I want to make the read? I feel like he knows he's kind of in a bad spot here. So I'm gonna respect him, you know? Wait, hang on. How do we know this isn't a Hisuian Zoroark?
It could be, it could be. You also want a Mega Evolve, I think,
Oh?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if the button went off.
I don't think this is a Hisuian Zoroark anymore.
Yeah, oh, we might get a dual Wing Beat, which would be Omega. Okay, they just tail in. It could be worse. But yeah, this people are using Mega Aerodactyl now because it outspeeds Choice Scarf Pokemon, which is quite annoying.
Oh! So we have to start scarfing our Rotom to beat that? Training like Rotom to beat that?
I think even if Rotom's max speed, I'm actually not sure it knocks... Like, if they're max speed, I don't think we outpace them. Which is tricky.
Wow. That's crazy. This fish is annoying.
Yeah, so this spot's interesting. I think it's like Corv could have come out and then we could like protect Corv Ironhead into Aerodactyl, but then I don't know, it's like they could obviously Rock Slide double up into us.
Yeah.
And having Sash on Tyranitar means we can maybe surprise them. But Aerodactyl is like a huge threat to Venusaur right now because dual Wing Beat will do like a gajillion damage.
Gotcha. Is he gonna make the straightforward play? Well, I think the Wave Crash is coming. I think I lived the dual Wing Beat. I calced this. This.
Yeah, you should survive. So I think there's like two options here. The route I probably would have taken was protect Venu Rock Slide, and then just like try not to get a ton of burst damage on a Venu, but they might just Rock Slide themselves, so we'll see. Do they do a Wing Beat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I calced this. By me, I mean you did, or the guy who came up with it.
Did they double up into us is the thing. Because if not, we heal back. Okay, nice. Okay, we take those.
So no,
Nice.
if you knew this was gonna happen, you would have got down Rock Slide into a Protect.
I think so, because one of the other things to think about is when Basket Legion clicks Wave Crash, they also take recoil damage. So Rock Slide would KO Aerodactyl, and then Basket Legion would actually faint from recoil plus Sand, I think. And then that way Venusaur's still at full HP, which is really good for us.
Yo, this guy is not gonna resist this juicy second Wing Beat. He probably ain't expecting a low kick. But I'm gonna resist. I'm gonna say, yo, I need this Flying Bird dead right now.
Okay, I like it. Yeah, I think the other option is switch Venusaur into Corviknight here. So then you get to protect the following turn. Ooh, they're going for Rock Slide. Okay. That scares me.
Did he make the read?
Good read by them. Yeah. Did he target T-Tar? Yeah.
Oh my god.
And so this is where I think like a Venusaur switch into Corviknight kind of hedges for us a little bit, right? Because the problem with this is by protecting now we have
Don't
to
have
go
to
for a
protect.
protect. Exactly, yeah. Whereas like Corviknight was like a relatively free switch in, and so not being able to protect guaranteed here puts us in a tougher spot. But yeah, I think it's like the best bet would be to Ironhead, Aerodactyl, protect Venu here.
Makes sense. But we hit the 1 and 3 though.
Yeah, we do. I've seen you hit these. Okay. Let's go.
Whoa, he sucker punched the Venu? But he doesn't hit the 1 and 3 though.
He's gonna. Yeah, that's pennies.
Woohoo!
Okay. All right, let's see what their last one is.
So who wins between Corviknight and King Gambit if it came down to it?
It's actually pretty close. I would think it depends on their item. Oh, they brought regular Venusaur? What? Interesting.
Who? I'm so confused. Who wins the speed tie here? He's gonna protect on the Venu, I feel like. Nah, I think I need to keep him. Well, this Venu does nothing to my bird.
The only thing it can do is Sleep Powder, but that is pretty scary.
You're right. Check out. Third protect in a row.
I like it. Because even
Dodges
if we
the
don't
sucker
get it,
punch.
like, they might... Exactly, yeah.
Huh?
Okay. Fine, I guess.
Damn. Maybe I can one-shot him.
I would think this plus Sand is enough, but I don't... They might be Mega Venu.
Oh!
All right. Now you're playing classic singles Pokemon 1v1.
The Sucker Punch mind game.
This theoretically should favor us, I think, because Leftovers plus Roost is kind of cracked.
He should
As
just
long as they don't have
concede.
Swords Dance.
Oh, I'm fast.
Wait, we're faster. Okay, nice.
Wow. Okay, he's gonna cleave Kowtowie.
Ooh, that felt like Black Glasses. I don't love that.
How much PP does he have? How much PP do I have?
How? I actually don't remember off the top of my head. I think it is more than us, unfortunately, though.
Huh.
We are ever so healing slightly. Also, Ironhead can flinch. So.
Okay,
Couple
let's.
flinches would be big. Okay, 12%. We've got a long way to go.
Do you play for the tie here?
No. Basically, the way it would work in Champions is actually weird because if it goes down a timer, yeah, it just ties. The way in Tournament normally is this like Quiver basically has like more percentage of HP would win. But it doesn't favor us in this matchup because they just do too much with the Kowtows. I think they're Black Glasses, which is why they're doing so much damage.
I feel like I should just concede.
Yeah. You should weave in one more Ironhead before you do. But unfortunately, I think the damage increase they're getting here is a little bit too much. But I think the big lesson is like the turn 1 was really explosive from their end, and like having to consider the possibility of Mega Aerodactyl and it just being faster than us was a big component to it. So it's like we had Rotom Heat, Mega Venusaur. Like turn 1, there's a world in which we like Mega Evolve Venusaur, protect, and switching Corviknight, or Mega Evolve Venusaur and just Giga Drain into the Basculegion rather than the Aerodactyl slot.
Coach, I got the.
But I think your play was fine. Yeah, we have what, 4 PP left. It's still worth playing out, I think, for a little bit.
So, is it would you consider scarfing Rotom to? I guess you would just expect the Mega Aerodactyl and not let yourself get surprised by it.
To be honest, it's like a meta trend right now where it's like, if you asked me a week ago, I would have been like, no, it's like no one's using Mega Aerodactyl, but it feels like people are really picking up on it as a secondary Mega Evolution. And like, yeah. This is like, you're seeing the annoying thing about playing best of 1 Pokemon, which is that like, it's impossible to cover for everything all the time. We should heal back a decent amount. Okay, Ironhead flinch one time.
I would be so annoyed if I was my opponent. Alright, I'm just gonna start Iron Heading, and if I don't get 5 flinches, I lose. Oh, he crit me! Wait, how many PP does Kowtow have? It's 12, right?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, so we could re-EV Rotom actually to outspeed Max Speed Aerodactyl, which might actually be worth it, honestly.
Yeah.
Like that was a good example of a game where it's like you like I'm like, oh, if I was just faster, it'd be a very different outcome.
I'm trying to think, but if we get the Electro Web off, he would still go before my Venu, right? And get the Tailwind.
Yeah, he would have gotten Tailwind off, but then we would have gotten so much damage with Electro Web into both, and I think that makes a big difference there.
Okay. Yeah. Oh man, how much speed does? I made this bot in my Twitch chat so that I can look up things. If I type the Pokemon name, Aerodactyl Mega. 150. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's super fast. I think with max investment, it hits like 222. So Rotom needs like Timid Nature and 149 speed stat, which is basically like timid nature and 29 out of 30, or no, 30 out of 32 on its speed.
Let's do one more, and after, would you be down to show us the ins and outs of building a Pokemon team? Because I think a lot of beginner players, they don't know how to build a Pokemon team. They just...
Yeah.
Okay. And so one situation we touched on is like, if I obviously know they're gonna fake out a specific slot, do I protect or do I just take the, the 5% to 10% in the case that they don't fake out that slot?
Yeah, it's a really good question. I think basically in the Venusaur position, I was thinking like you want to protect there because if the fake out itself is fine, but they could also damage you that turn, right? So it's like it feels bad if like they fake out you flinch, but then you also take like 40% of damage.
Yeah.
So it's like a question of what is their partner Pokemon going to do? If it's not really threatening you that much, then you should keep them honest. But if like it can do a lot of damage to what your like primary stars are, then you have to be a lot more cautious.
Okay, what do we got here? Sneasler. Alright, Garchomp. I want the poison for the Gardevoir. It looks like the only Mega on the team. And the Steel, but the Psychic is actually good against Venu. So I'm a little scared. So maybe we can lead Rotom Corby. Get the Steel head going. I don't think I want Primarina. I feel like I often don't bring Primarina. The Dark is good against... The Dark is good against the Gardevoir, but is there anything else? It's also good against the Gambit, I guess. Yeah, this is what I would do. I don't want to bring Garchomp against the possible Double Fairy. It's a little scary. Yeah.
Yeah, I think basically Corviknight feels like it's the most important Pokemon in this matchup if we can knock out Rotom, in which they lead with. This is actually a really good lead by them, in my opinion.
Why is Rotom so big? Okay, we have 4 Pokemon levitating right now. Yeah, the Rotom is scary. It might also be faster than mine since it's a wash. I'm just imagining a Hydro Pump. Unfortunately, I'm gonna take the L on this one and swap in Venu. And I'm gonna assume my bird doesn't die round 1. And I want to seize speed control.
I like it. I think in this position, honestly, like it's pretty rare for, at least in my experience, for opposing Rotom Washes to be like scarfed and faster. So like, I think there's a couple plays you could make here. One is Volt Switch Rotom. This is also fine, right? Because it's like if they end up actually being scarfed, then you don't get punished for it. I'm just willing to take that gamble a lot of the times. And then I think it's like we have Tyranitar as the 4th, right?
Yeah.
But it's like I think Corv switch into T-Tar and then Volt switch out is one possible play. Okay, they are just gonna Thunderbolt. How much does that do? Okay. Oof,
oh my god!
So like this is one thing you need to I think about when it's like bringing Pokemon in, and it's like what's the worst case scenario, right? And how likely are they to go for that scenario? So
what?
Like into us, unfortunately, is I think like decently likely, which is why it's like I think pivoting Tyranitar there could be better, because like Venu's like the carry, so it's like really scary to like put yourself at risk of getting one shot, even if like the probability of it feels a little bit low.
I don't want to cope, but usually at times like this, I just say they have the stream open. That was an insane read.
It's one of those where it's like, I think it was pretty safe for them to Psychic there. The worst would have been Tyranitar switching in. But like Psychic in a Rotom Heat still does meaningful damage. So it's not like completely illogical from their end, right? It's like it's a strong neutral hit essentially, and it's like better than Hyper Voice in that spot. So I think like in this spot, we have Tailwind up, which is in our favor. Yeah, and like this could have been a turn to get Roost off with Corviknight and then Rock Slide. Oh, they're scarfed, it looks like. So they were choice scarfed, like you said. But they locked Thunderbolt instead of Hydro Pump, which makes sense because Corviknight's a big threat to them.
Oh my god. Well, I got no answer for the Gardevoir besides hitting every single... And it... Okay. But this is not unwinnable. I've come back from worse.
I've seen you win these. But Choice Scarf, Rotom, and Rock Slide, there's always a way.
Okay, I need to be really careful about what I'm locking in here. Para. Oh, he crit. Cool. Give me the flinch. Give me the
Believe in the
flinch.
flinch. Do you
Give me the
believe in the
flinch.
flinch?
Give me the flinch.
Rip.
It's okay. It's okay. Dude. Oh man, that turn was crazy.
Yeah, I think if we evaluate like the games that we had with this team, I think it's like it's a team that relies on a lot of defensive pivoting and like considering the worst case scenario. And I think we were like off to pretty big deficits after turn 1 in a lot of these games because like they just like nailed a big attack, right? So it's like ideally the focus of this matchup is like we want to knock out Gardevoir, then like Venusaur does not hit the field until Gardevoir is KO'd, basically would be the goal. So in order to navigate to that game state, it's like you have to play a little bit patient with Venusaur. It's basically like Venusaur sucks against Gardevoir. And so you like want to knock out Gardevoir as quickly as possible. So like I think the Tailwind setup was great. And then if we had gotten Tyranitar into that slot with Tailwind up, I actually think we would have been in pretty good shape. So it's like the simple nuance between switching in Tyranitar versus Venusaur on that first turn, like can make all the difference in a game like this. Because like Venusaur is kind of the carry. And if you look at their team, if we kill Gardevoir, like Venusaur actually beats everything else, basically. But because there's this big threat in Gardevoir, and because Venusaur went down, it felt like basically like the win con it was like eliminated on turn 1.
Damn. Oh man. So I guess we should have. Yeah, because I was worried about the Hydro Pump. Was there a play to cover for the possible Scarf Hydro Pump?
I mean, it's like if they are scarfed and they lock into Hydro Pump. So this is where it's like you use information to your advantage, right? Because let's say they get the Hydro Pump off. It sucks for our Rotom, but then we know that they're choice scarfed, which means that the Rotom then can't switch their moves. And it means like Corviknight's no longer threatened by Rotom, right? So like it's a world where like I would be willing to actually sacrifice my Rotom there. Like I would probably Volt Switch turn 1 onto their Rotom. And if they happen to be choice scarfed and move before us, I'm like, okay, cool. It sucks that I lose Rotom Heap, but now I use the information to gain momentum, right? Because then Tailwind gets set up, and then Corviknight's not threatened. Because like our entire early game focus of that game should be knock out Gardevoir, then use Venusaur to beat the rest of their team, right? Because it's like Rotom just like hard loses against Venusaur. So does Sneasler, right? Those are like the other 2 Pokemon we saw.
Yeah.
So it's like unintuitive to think about like, oh, like I lose a Pokemon and I gain the information that they're choice scarf, but like that actually makes a big difference because like Corviknight's really good into their team. The only thing that really countered it is Rotom Wash. So it can only commit to one of Hydro Pump and Thunderbolt if it's Scarf, but not both.
I need to play a team that doesn't swap out. It's just it's like an ego thing. I'm not sure.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
I do think this team requires, it's like one of the harder teams to maneuver. But yeah, I would not be hard on yourself just because I think it's like it requires so much thinking about pivoting and positioning. And it's not as like Unga Bunga, like just push buttons and win kind of deal.
Got it. All right, let's try making a team. Maybe an Unga Bunga team.
Okay, let's see. What do we got?
Let me see here. Okay, so I really hate Sneaslers.
Okay.
So that's how I build my team. One of the things I thought about, but I don't know how to make it work, and it feels like a bad idea, is Dragapult Psychic Fangs. Because you can't get faked out. It's faster than Sneasler. It will always OHKO it. But I'm not sure where Dragapult stands in the meta of everything right now.
I actually think it's kind of underplayed, to be honest. Every time I face Dragapult, I get really scared because it like can run a billion different moves. Like I think support Dragapult with Will-O-Wisp is actually really interesting. Like Focus Sash Will-O-Wisp, Dragon Darts, for example. Psychic Fangs is an interesting set on it. So I think it's like, yeah, when you think about team building, I normally, like for me personally, I start thinking about like what is like the carry that I want to build around, if there is any. So like Mega Evolutions are a good example in this format, right? But we could also start with Dragapult and basically say, look, we're going to use this to beat like Sneasler. And if we're using this to beat Sneasler, we can build around that and like start including Pokemon that now, like we could be Sneasler weak, but we already like have a Pokemon that's like beating it in Dragapult.
All right, let's start with the Dragapult. That's all I got, Coach.
Okay, sounds good. So then my question for you is, how are you happy with the Dragapult set that we have as is? Like, it's interesting because I think Dragapult historically in VGC, like there's two different angles you can go with. It's like super fast-paced offensive like this, or you could use a support set with like Focus Sash and then throw like Will-O-Wisp on it, for example. And like even Light Screen or Reflect, like those are both possibilities. So if you like offensive Dragapult, like we can just stick to it and roll with the flow.
I like Phantom Forcing and dodging an attack. I think that's really funny. I hate getting Sucker Punched by Kingambit. I've never tried support Dragapult, and it kind of makes sense because if I'm using Psychic Fangs to knock out Sneasler, I don't need any attack investment. It's always an OHKO, right?
Yeah.
And Dragon
Yeah, like
Darts is...
I personally think like Will-O-Wisp is an insanely good move, especially on something like Dragapult because like people kind of underestimate it, and like there's just so many Pokemon that like are physically oriented in the format, so being able to burn them is important.
If we're going support Dragapult, I guess the question then becomes, am I investing into attack or should I just invest in bulk?
Yeah, it's a good question. It depends on the item choice as well, I think. Like, if we don't use Focus Sash on anything else, I think we can still go offensive here. And just like I would go offensive and throw a Focus Sash on it, for example, is one option. And then, yeah, it's a question of whether or not you want Phantom Force or Dragon Darts. Like, I like Dragon Darts a little bit more just because it's, like, pretty guaranteed. But, like, if you say you want to use Phantom Force, I'm not going to say no to that.
What are more popular right now? Fairy types or ghost types? Ghost hits Psychic, ghost hits other ghosts. And if we go full support, that would include stuff like Reflect and Light Screen, right?
Yeah, like, I kind of like this pseudo mix where it's, like, it's still offensive, but, like, we can get around, like, I think 2 attacks, 1 support move here is okay, honestly, because it's, like, Will-O-Wisp is just such a cracked move that, like, 1, it gets us around, like, Kingambit, Sucker Punch, and 2, like, if we run Focus Sash, like, we can still be offensive.
Do we bother calking, or do we say max speed, max attack, call it a day?
I think Max Mac is fine, honestly. Like, when I build a team, normally I like generally either start with Max spreads, or I just like take a spread that's like popular, right? And like someone else has used on a Pokemon that has the same set that I want to use. And then basically as I play games, I like modify the spread based on experience, right? So a good example would be like how we had Rotom Heat against Aerodactyl in that last game, and then how we had Kingambit versus Corviknight. Like, both of those are, like, examples where you, like, theory craft your team, you play some games, and you're like, oh, like, Mega Aerodactyl is a problem. I need to, change Rotom's EV spread to beat it. And then, like, Corviknight, it was annoying, so, like, I could put Body Press on my Corviknight instead. But, like, I think those are decisions you, like, come to by playing rather than just, like, immediately thinking. So it's, like, when I build, speed is the first stat I think about. But then after that, and, like, maybe surviving 1, like, common attack. But then other than that, I think it's fine to go, like, max or, like, take a common spread.
Makes sense. Now, what would be step 2 of the team building?
Yeah, I think I would probably lean towards like thinking about a Mega Evolution or thinking about what Dragapult doesn't want to go up against, right? So, Dragapult I think is really bad into Fairy types, right? Like Fairy is just like a big no-no. So like we definitely need things on our teams that can cover for like the most common Fairy types. And Mega Floette is obviously like, you know, public enemy number 1. So thinking about something that can give Floette a tough time would be like where my head would gravitate towards next. And then like that could be in the form of a Mega Evolution or not. Scizor is actually an interesting example of a Pokemon I think is actually kind of underplayed right now. Like I think dual Mega teams with Scizor being one of the 2 Megas is like super interesting. And so like that's something that we could consider if we want to, you know, beat Floette.
Scizor, never used this guy, but a lot of times he Swords Dance in front of my face, and then I'm really sad.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think Scizor right now is just like max HP, max attack, Swords Dance, Bullet Punch, Bug Bite, Protect. In nature.
It doesn't run speed?
It can, but the idea is that you're clicking Bullet Punch so frequently with it that, and Bullet Punch is higher priority, so that like you move first. Like you can run a little bit of speed investment to outpace like other Pokemon in that speed range, but most people are running like super aggressive on HP and attack.
I've never seen this move. It eats the enemy's berry?
Yeah, it's like low-key why I think this Pokemon slept on right now, because like so many teams have a Citrus Berry, and then like they also have like a billion type resist berries, which is pretty sweet.
Swords Dance and no U-turn, right? Protect?
Protect, yeah.
That is hilarious. I didn't know this existed. Yeah. Would you do defense or special defense or speed?
I normally actually go 2 in speed just to like if we go up against another Scizor, like I'd be able to outspeed them. But yeah, this is something. It's like as you play, if you're like, oh, I need something to like. There's a specific attack like one investment helps in that can be valuable. But yeah, normally I just dump in speed as a starting point. Okay, we're cooking. So we got Scizor, we got Dragapult. So the thing about Scizor, if we're running Swords Dance, is we want like proper support around it. And so there's a couple of things, right? Like naturally where my head gravitates towards next after starting with his is I don't like Incineroar, right? Like Incin can Flare Blitz Scizor, it can go for dark type attacks in a Dragapult. We're not really pressuring it with very much damage right now. So adding like an Incineroar, a Pokemon that gives Incineroar trouble, I think is valuable. And so in this format, that can be water types, it can be ground types, it can be like Rotom Wash, Milotic, to name a couple of examples. It could be a Defiant user like King Gambit as well, although we already have Scizor, so like I don't like it as much. But Basculegion, yeah, like with adaptability, Wave Crash is pretty strong. But Milotic is actually where my head would go towards next, because I think it's actually like one of the best sets in the game right now. It's like dominating tournaments, and it's like super good anti-Incin insurance.
Now, do you like the Honorable Milotic or the Rat Bastard Milotic?
What is the difference?
Honorable is like Icy Wind Scald, and Bastard is Coil Hypnosis.
No. Yeah, we're going Coil Hypnosis. I think both are fine, honestly. I just think Coil Hypnosis, it's like, especially against people that don't know what to do against it, you can win games like so quickly with it.
Damn. My favorite thing, I've tried this before, and sometimes I don't have time to set up the coil, and I just rip the Hypnosis and pray to God.
To be honest, like that's part of why I like it as well, right? Like it's still 60%, which isn't terrible.
Yeah, it's above 50. It's pretty good. Oh, I can just do this. I love that they added stats. I did not expect them to like recognize stats as.
I didn't either. Yeah, it's actually kind of crazy.
Oh wow, Coil's not even. Coil's number 9. Hypnosis, Scald, Coil, and wait, you like it's supposed to be Muddy Water instead, right?
Yeah, Muddy Water Recover. And then I have the most recent spread people are using, so let me give that to you. Paste it to you here.
31, 21, 1. Wow. 2.5%. You can really see, like, once someone wins a tournament with it, the usage rise. 2.5% of global is quite a lot after just one guy.
Exactly, yeah. Like, I also think it's like, back in the day when VGC wasn't as big, like, I don't know, there just, like, wasn't that much attention. But now it's like a team wins a tournament, there's 1,000 people that play in it, like, content creators make content around it, and people are like, oh, I don't know how to use this Pokemon. And it's like, the guy that won posted their spread, so then everyone just, like, naturally gravitates towards using the same thing.
Oh, yeah. Like, how do you view this whole rise in interest as a content creator in VGC? Because I imagine, like, Pokemon has been around, but it's never been super popular. And I do think, the barriers of learning IVs, learning EVs, having to catch these Pokemon, having to use bottle caps and mints, not all of that is done away with, and people can just download a game and play competitive Pokemon.
Totally, yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's really good overall, right? Like, I obviously I'm biased because I think like the game is so complex and super fun. I think it's just like before this generation, like they had made it easier to get into, but it still was like quite challenging. And now it's like the game is telling you all the information that you need, whereas before like there were so many hidden things, and so it makes it more accessible. Also, it's like back in the day, people would like hide their techs and their strategies, like because they're like, oh, I want to save it for like the next major tournament. But it's like the meta games are progressing a lot more rapidly because like good players are just like sharing all their information very, very frequently.
Yeah, like seeing how fast the meta has adopted is crazy. I barely see Incineroar these days.
And also, yeah, that should be bold, not impish. Sorry.
Yeah, no, good. Okay, so Melodic, Scizor, Dragapult. Scizor, he wants to set up Sword Dance, so I imagine we should have one support, or is there a scenario where I can just rip a Swords Dance without any support?
You can. I think, yeah, normally when I think about setup in this format, like, then the classic duo is, like, Incineroar, Sinistcha. It's, like, a question of whether or not you want to play towards, the classic stuff. Volcarona is actually not bad either because it's, like, redirection support. But basically, I think right now in VGC, any setup core, like, Incin plus Sinistcha plus setup is, like, really, really powerful because it's, like, you can lead Incineroar plus your setup, fake out, go for setup, then switch in Sinistcha, heal back up, etc.
I'm so scared these days because there's so much King Gambits and Melodics running around that it's always a mind game of like, oh, should I play Incin?
Yeah, it's one of those where, to be honest, like I think Incin is still too good to not like. It's like not every team will have King Gambit and Melodic, and even if they do, like you can bring Incineroar into those matchups. You just have to think extra hard about like, okay, if I'm bringing it, how do I deal with them once they get the boost? So an example would be like, let's say you have like Incin Scizor, you lead it, and they lead Milotic or King Gambit, but then you fake out into that turn 1, and then Scizor Swords Dances, and on turn 2, you like pressure Bug Bite into them immediately, right? And so it's like, if they get faked out, they take chip damage, and then they're in KO range from a +2 Bug Bite, even though they have the boost, like it's not necessarily as scary per se. So yeah, it's one of the reasons why I think even though like King Gambit and Milotic are rising, like Incineroar is still just is going to continue to be a really good Pokemon.
Alright, fine. If you want me to play Incineroar, I'll put him on.
Hey, to be clear, if you hate this Pokemon, like we could use someone else. Like I'm not gonna.
I mean, we're gonna twist my arm. I guess I'll play this one. Okay, so we have some coverage. We got Steel, we got Dragon, we got Fire, we got Water. At this point, I wouldn't. I guess my thought goes to, okay, I feel like I have a good core here. Should I be accounting for big meta threats? Like
I think it is a I think that's a good way to think about it. And I do think actually Zard Y is probably like the biggest thing that we need answers to right now. So I like where your head's going.
Rock slide him. Rock slide him. Just rock slide him.
I like it. Okay. Yeah. I mean, so one thing that people are doing right now is like double Mega Evolution, which is what I was going to suggest with Scizor. Because like Scizor can be really good into some matchups, but into Zard Y, it's like awful. So we could go like Mega Aerodactyl or Mega Tyranitar, and use either. And like Mega Tyranitar is interesting because if we want to commit to that, we could use like a Dragon Dance set, and then suddenly we have like Incin Tyranitar, Fake Out Dragon Dance, or Incin Scizor, Fake Out Swords Dance, for example.
Let me think. I do love Aerodactyl.
I'm with it.
So Aerodactyl gets, what was it, Tough Claws on evolution?
Yeah.
But that doesn't work with Rock Slide.
Yeah.
But it works with Dual Wing Beat.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's okay to lose the Unnerve because our Scizor will... Well, actually, no, it wouldn't be out at the same time.
Oh, even if... Are you saying like a Scizor Bug Bite wouldn't work because of Unnerve, or...
Well, that would be bringing both my Megas and as a...
So I will say, I do think it's like part of the strength of Scizor as a Mega is that it's bringable even if you don't Mega Evolve it. Like, it is a pretty good standalone Pokemon, and like... My personal prediction on where the metagame's heading is that, like, people will use double Mega Teams more. And, like, some Megas you have to Mega Evolve to get value, right? Like Charizard Y, Frostlass. But, like, both Scizor and Aerodactyl are good enough as standalone Pokemon where even if you don't Mega Evolve it, it's still actually decent. So you can bring both theoretically.
T-Tar or Aerodactyl? T-Tar. Do you have... Don't say it out loud, but do you have one you like more than the other?
Honestly, I think... Okay, wait, I will tell you the answer. I'll wait for you to say first, and then I'll tell you what I think.
Okay. My answer is Aerodactyl. Because, A, it screws over Sneasler, it deals with Zards, and it's also fast, and it gives me speed control.
I like it. Yeah, I think it, like... It depends on the angle. My head was gravitating towards Tyranitar just because I like a second setup user with, like, Dragon Dance, but I think it's, like... Aerodactyl is fine. We probably just want the last Pokemon to, like, complement the rest of the team. Because basically it's like we could throw Tyranitar on the team, throw Sinistcha on the team, and then call it a day, where it's like, okay, now we have Fake Out, we have 2 setup Pokemon with Dragon Dance as well as Swords Dance, and then like a Sinistcha, which is like a good defensive, like, healing option.
Dragon Dance? Wow. I've never seen Dragon Dance before until, I mean, I saw a Garchomp Swords Dance in front of my face for 2 turns in a row, and that sucked.
That was crazy, dude. I'm telling you, I have not fought against Swords Dance Garchomp. And as someone who, like, thinks Mega Venusaur is, like, really good anti-meta, it's like any other Garchomp set, and we would have cooked in that one, but then we ran into this crazy set.
I like it. I think setup moves are not so common, but I feel like they have a place. I just don't see it at all. And when someone sets up in front of me, it's never a good feeling.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think we need to change our spread from the previous version of T-Tar?
Yeah, let me check the speed tiers and see what we would ideally outspeed after a Dragon Dance. Give me 1 sec.
Yeah, I believe I was watching one of your videos, and you had double Megas, and then you brought both Megas to a match, and it blew my mind.
It is, like, honestly, I think it's one of those things, like, it's gonna be, like, a big distinguisher at a super high level in this format. And, like, even just me as someone who's, like, getting used to the format, like, I think part of my theory is basically, like, because there's way fewer items in the game, having a second Mega Evolution is actually so much more valuable, because it's like the opportunity cost is lower, essentially. And I think it's like a Pokemon like Tyranitar is actually so good that, like, you don't need a second, like, an item on it necessarily to gain value out of it. So it's just like my current hypothesis, but I am not sure if that will pan out. So we'll see. I think the spread we have right now is fine. I just want to, like, normally with speed, I try to get an exact speed stat, so I'm trying to pull up. I have this, like, speed tier list. I'll send it to you. And then I normally just, like, look at the numbers of, like, what Pokemon do I want to outspeed. And then, like, do the math of, like, okay, I get 1 Dragon Dance off, now I'm faster than you. So
let me send you this thing about the stats in Champions, because they add the 20, they add the 15 from the IV itself, as well as the plus 5 base amount. So I'm not trying. I don't know if I should convert to like champion stats, or just keep it at base stat and then just do plus 20 in my head every single time.
Hmm.
I wish
Yeah,
it was
it's-
normalized.
Yeah. Okay, I think what are the things that we actually want to outspeed? Like base 100s for sure. So like Charizard. Basically, we want to hit like 168 speed stat after a Dragon Dance. What's our stat right now?
168. It's 103. So 50%. You want. Someone do the math for me, please.
If we want 112, ideally.
112.
There's a lot of investment though. Yeah, it's a question of like, is that speed investment actually worth it? Because it's like Charizard's not that bad of a matchup anyway. Does feel worthy to outspeed though. We can try it and see if we like are needing to Dragon Dance against Charizards and outspeeding them, and otherwise we can just like dump back more into HP.
Does T-Tar Mega get any speed?
It.
Use my bot.
I want to say the answer is no, but let me double check.
Tyranitar Mega. 71.
Oh, it does get speed.
Tyranitar. Oh, 10 speed. So technically I can reduce this by...
Yeah, I think admin 21 gets us there, which is big.
So 105. 105, and then we Mega, and this becomes 115. And then we Dragon Dance. Do we want to take 3 points to hit a break point? 1, 2, 3. And then we can hit the break point here. Or do you think this is a little too weak?
It's okay. Like with Dragon Dance sets in particular, actually, I would probably index more on like HP than attack. It's one of those weird things where it's like there isn't any specific calcs that we're looking for right now. More bulk, I think, is generally better on these Pokemon, so they get the chance to like set up more. But it's like something that you just like mess around with while playing, and then like seeing, oh, like this is something I actually need to like beat. Okay, I like it. So I think it's like Sinistcha is like a very easy Pokemon to throw in as the final one, just because it's so good with these cores. It's like gives you Fire, Water, Grass with Instant, Milo, Sinistcha. Alternatively, we can think about a strong special attacker because we are indexing pretty heavily on like physical damage at the moment. So like that, those are the two areas where my head would go. And you don't, it's not always a hard rule. Like, it's not always like, oh my gosh, I need to have a super powerful, like, strong special sweeper, right? Because it's like, if you think the two physical sweepers are strong enough to, like, beat the majority of the format with the support that you have, it's okay. And we do have Milotic, which is, like, really good in, like, slowly spamming Muddy Water and Hypnosis as well. So, yeah, those are, like, some things to consider.
A strong special attacker that works well with our team.
Yeah, I'm actually pulling up like the full Pokemon list and seeing if there's anything, because there's nothing jumping out to me right now.
Yeah, just like most. I think the reason why the meta skews so heavily physical is because the non-megas are all physical, like King Gambit, Incineroar, Sneasler, and the megas all skew actually closer to special.
Yeah, exactly. It's interesting. It's like the top megas are Floette, Charizard, so those are special. And then it's like the pool after those become a little bit more physically oriented. But I think that's right.
Rotoms have traditionally been always like strong for me, and their typing just makes them so annoying to deal with.
Yeah, I think some things we can consider. So I think like any of the Rotoms could work. I think Mousehold is interesting. That's not a special attacker, so that's not fulfilling the hole that necessarily we need to fill. But like a Chople Berry Mousehold with Friend Guard is really valuable because it gives us redirection. So like follow me into Swords Dance. Sinistra, as I mentioned, I think is like the kind of like the obvious 6, but that's just like, you know, if we don't want to do that, like it's totally fine. Those are probably like the ones that jump to my head immediately.
Who would you... Okay, so it's between Mousehold and Sinistra, because they both redirect and they both do little different things. Sinistra can learn Trick Room, but Mousehold can taunt just in case you want to deny Trick Room. Super Fang is a good utility move as well.
Yeah. I think if I had to pick, I would start with Sinistra just because I think it's like one of the best Pokemon in the game right now. And the healing goes such a long way with the Scizor and Tyranitar. And then, so one thing when I do when I'm team building, by the way, as well, is like I make note of like what are the other moves that I'm potentially considering on something. So it's like I think the Milotic set is one that is really up for debate, and like Life Dew, for example, I think actually could be a really interesting move with this team as well. But I'm fine, like, you know, I normally will like start with this, play a couple games, and see like, oh, are there a lot of situations where I think Life Dew is actually valuable? Because part of the problem with this Milo set is if you want Life Dew, you probably have to actually modify the entire thing because it's like it means you can't do Coil plus Hypnosis. But yeah, that's just like something I think about when I'm team building as well.
Would you consider Trick Room?
We could, yeah, because our team is actually kind of slow. It's like a question of if we Trick Room, do we think we're using it, or are we using it to reverse our opponents? And my answer to you would be like, I think we would be using it. I kind of like Protect more as a starting point, and then if we find ourselves in a lot of situations where we're missing Trick Room, I think we could. But I think it's like Sinistra is so bulky that you could throw Trick Room on this, put a Citrus or a like Type Resist Berry on it, and then call it a day.
Okay. All right. Let's fill out the items. Focus Sash here. Actually, I think I have Scizor right.
You got more Mega Stones than me, dude. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I kind of just bought them all because I assume I'm going to use it eventually.
Yeah.
This one is leftovers. I assume Sinistra is Zeberi. Tyranitar is. Also, I'm probably gonna do the LA regional, but that one's on Reg I. Scarlet Violet,
Yeah.
and I'm not practiced for it, so I'm hoping I can just show up with what the horses and just press one button to kill my opponent.
If you need help preparing for that, I'm happy to send over some potential teams and some flow charts and go over some game plans with you. But them releasing champions like while we're still playing this old format makes it such a weird time.
Makes no sense. Okay, so this one's a little weird because Citrus Berry could be on Cineroar or it could be on Sinistra, because I believe this Incineroar is kind of tanky. I mean, like, kind of high in damage, now that I notice it. I don't know if I'm training it correctly.
I think it's okay. Honestly, I kind of low-key love offensive Incineroar, but I feel like the format always gravitates towards more defensive. It's like people go max HP and split between defense and special defense. This one is Brave, so I might change that because I don't know if we want to be min speed. Then normally you can run like a Chople Berry or a Shuka Berry on it and call it a day.
Here's my question to you: are you team Darkest Lariat or team Throat Chop?
Actually depends on the team. Like I'm trying to think if Throat Chop is better for us if like we want to deny Hyper Voices. I think I like Throat Chop more here actually. Because I do think shutting down Hyper Voice is kind of nice. Specifically, your Hyper Voice can be annoying for Scizor and Tyranitar.
Yeah. I once had my Primarina Throat Chopped and I...
Yeah, exactly.
Really okay. Item-wise, you said Shuka Berry, right? Because there's so much Garchomps that...
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I think you can go like Shuka or Chople, right? Like Chople covers for fighting type damage, but like I don't... Like, we have Dragapult as anti-Sneasler anyway, so it's like fine.
Alright.
I'm liking it, dude. I like it.
Let's give this a try. Set up heavy. We'll see. We'll see.
I think for a team that we put together in like 20 minutes is pretty good as a starting point. I think the one thing I would emphasize to you and your viewers is that like team building in Pokemon is like truly an art, and it's like people go through so many iterations, especially when they're building for tournaments to like get to the final version. So it's like if things feel like they're not working, especially during the beginning of a team iteration, it's like totally okay. Like that's kind of to be expected.
I see a Sneasler. I see a Sneasler.
Okay, I like it. I like it.
Okay. So here's the thing. I have a Scizor. They see I have a Scizor. They're not gonna lead Floette. I'm not gonna lead Scizor.
Yeah.
They're always
Okay.
leading Sneasler because they are a human being. So what I need though, here's what I need. I need them to keep their Sneasel in. You know, because they're gonna see. I need to show them something juicy.
So I think in us using a double mega team, a lot of the decision making in team preview will probably be like which mega is better into our opponent's team, and then index on that, right? So it's like you talked about Floette, so Scizor is kind of like the obvious answer here, and then Tyranitar is like not very good into most of their team, so it's like kind of an easy drop is how I would process this team preview.
Got it. I don't know if do I like Melodic here? I don't know if I like Melodic. I would just rip Incineroar and hope he didn't lead Gambit, and then Scizor Sinistcha in the back.
My push to you is I think like Scizor, even if they don't lead Floette, like there's not much threatening it. And if we like our goal is to get a Swords Dance off with this Pokemon, right? So it's like I actually think Dragapult Scizor is not bad. Because even if they don't lead Floette, like great, right? Like we can just Will-O-Wisp or Psychic Fangs into Swords Dance. Yeah, and then instant Sinistcha in the back I like.
Because Melodic here, he doesn't benefit from any Incineroar and
Exactly, yeah.
Water
If they had Incineroar, I think we maybe consider leading Melodic, but like it just doesn't get that much value and takes a little bit of time to get going. And I think like Scizor isn't threatened by too much here, so ideally we just get to start Swords Dancing up with it and go
Please
from
lead
there.
Sneasler. Please lead Sneasler. I know it!
Okay, okay. Dude, this is looking good. We have Will-O-Wisp and Psychic Fangs. Like, our tech Dragapult is looking good.
Okay. Okay, let me think. Well, he's a bastard. He's gonna do bastard-based things. He's gonna Sucker Punch me. I could Will-O-Wisp and just make the prediction. Or I can Psychic Fangs and go boom! Off the board right now. I think I like that. I'm gonna get him off the board. I'm gonna Swords Dance in front of his face.
I like it.
Worst thing he can do is fake out my Scizor.
Yeah, yeah. I think this is a great example of your, like, do I protect on the fake out? And the answer is no, right? Because it's like, what is the worst thing that their partner can do to us? It's Kowtow Cleave. That's it, right? Yeah. If they fake out Kowtow Cleave, that means they ignore Dragapult. So we force them. Oh! Okay, they don't even fake out. Okay, okay. Toast, let's go.
I hate Sneasler so much. Oh, what you a Kowtow Cleave? That's it? One Kowtow Cleave? What you got?
Dude, it's lit. That's actually lit.
Moody Blues. Okay, water doesn't do anything, right? Electric doesn't do. I mean, it's neutral. Okay, you know, I think this guy's he's probably looking like, ooh, wow, this Scizor, he's kind of scary. I'm gonna leave him alone.
Huh?
Maybe I just Sucker Punch. I eat the berry on the Rotom. I don't think the Rotom one-shots me. Why would I protect you? Should I protect? Water Electric into my Dragon. I think I might protect. And just see what's up with the Rotom. It might be Scarfed.
I like it. Yeah, yeah. So I think, yeah, I like this play a lot. The other play I was thinking of is you protect, switch in Sinistcha. But... Dude, our Dragapult is working perfectly. Like, this is exactly the theory behind it, right? Like, you Psychic Fangs for damage into Sneasler, and you burn Kingambit. Like,
yeah,
we couldn't have asked for a better feature.
Like, when you were talking about Will-O-Wisp, I'm like, oh, I guess that's helpful. And then you brought up the fact that it dodges Sucker Punch. It's crazy. Sorry, I was busy celebrating. What did this guy do? What did the Rotom do?
It Will-O-Wisp into us. So I think, like, that's where us switching into Sinistcha last turn could have helped, because then essentially it's like then we get to Rage Powder Will-O-Wisp away. The scary thing now is like Rotom can probably get a burn onto us, but like it's okay, you know? Like we have such a big lead right now.
Start darting. I already
Okay,
used
so I
up-
think in this,
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, no worries. I was gonna say I think like Dragapult's Focus Sash, so we like honestly don't need to protect it there. I think the plays to make here are either switch in Sinistcha to get the healing off into our Scizor, or we just Dragon Darts and start getting some free damage off, is what I would think.
Wow. Wait, I ate the berry. That is so
Still not a bad
funny.
trade.
That is so
Yeah.
funny. So,
One of the things you want to think about when using this team is basically like, oh, if there's anything threatening Scizor, should I switch in Sinistcha so then I can and protect, so then I can like redirect the threat away the following turn.
got it.
Yeah, exactly.
He could go for a Kowtow into the Sinistcha spot, which would suck, but I think if that happens... Like, we'll get the heal no matter what. And it is burned. So... I think this is fine. Worst thing this Rotom can do... It might even be Scarfed, right? Actually, I wasn't paying attention on the speed order.
It was moving, after Dragapult, but they could be Scarf Rotom and slower than Dragapult. Like, that wouldn't be crazy. But it's probably not. Oh, wow. I mean, if they clicked Will-O-Wisp again, they might actually be, yeah.
Or he just really likes pressing Will-O-Wisp.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
They're done that. Nice, nice. Okay, looking good.
Kowtow Cleave. But we were okay with this. It's a burn.
Yeah, dude, yeah. Like, come on. That's not easy. You can see Scizor even with the burn, like it's actually, it's putting in some work. It's putting in some work.
If I double protect here, it burns out the King Gambit, but the guy gets a switch on whatever, which is, well, I mean, the King Gambit can do whatever he wants at this point, in my opinion.
Yeah. So like, I think one thing to consider is like they're not actually offering that much offensive output. Yeah, exactly. So Life Dew plus Swords Dance is actually kind of cracked here because it's like, what are they gonna do against this, right? Like we have such a good defense right now.
I was gonna bullet punch that slot, but even if it's a Floette, it doesn't matter, right? The Floette always is checked.
Basically, yeah, exactly. Like, it's a free Swords Dance, and anytime you can get a free boost up with the setup Pokemon in this format is like such a big deal, right? And so, in this case, for example, like, what is Rotom gonna do, right? Like, this is how we lost against that regular Swords Dance Garchomp earlier, because we just like weren't exerting offensive pressure. It's like, sure, enjoy Kowtow cleaving for 30%, right? Like, anytime you can get a free boost up in this format, it's such a big deal. And this is partially why like the Sinistcha stuff is so good. And yeah, their last one's Floette. Like Scizor just wins this, right?
Oh wow, I'm so used to attacking all the time that the idea of not attacking is so uncomfortable.
Yeah. So my push to you then would basically be like, ask yourself, do I actually need to attack, and what do I get out of it, right? Because in that last position, King Gambit at worst gets a Kowtow cleave into either slot, and like if we bullet punch there, we're not gaining that much, right? Because like we'll beat Floette 1 or 2 turns later anyway. Now we're like perfectly set up, right? Like we're healed back up. We have the +2 bullet punch. Rotom Wash is like completely useless at this point, right? So it's looking good.
I wonder what set
I actually
Rotom Wash has.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably just Hydro Pump, Will-O-Wisp, Thunderbolt, Protect, Citrus Berry is my guess. So I would love to end the game by stealing its berry. I think that'd be funny.
Oh, it didn't.
One shot.
Wow.
Let's go, dude.
He tried.
That literally was the perfect feature of our team. Like, I'm gonna do like 30%, yeah.
And you can't get para because it's getting burned. And
Yep,
then we just heal
exactly.
up. Oh, I always, like, when you look at Scizor, it's a bug, and I think to myself, it's frail and fast, but it's bulky and slow.
Bulky and slow, yeah.
That's so weird.
Dude, perfect game. Psychic Fangs, one-shot Sneasler, Burn King Gambit, Scizor gets set up. One small nuance there, by the way, is going for Rage Powder instead of Life Dew on that turn, because they could Hydro Pump us and crit into Scizor. So, like, Rage Powder redirects any chance of, like, bad luck away and gives us, like... Because, like, if I were in their shoes, I would protect Floette and then Hydro Pump Scizor and hope for a crit. Like, that's their one out.
Right.
If we Rage Powder, then there's, like, no way for them to get back into the game.
Give me the Sneasler. So what happens when my opponent doesn't bring Sneasler?
It's okay. Okay. Will we find out the answer? I don't know, because they might bring Sneasler again.
Okay. No Floette. Whimsicott, though. Does anything threaten my boy? I guess Basket Legion would be annoying. With Wave Crash. That's the only thing I could see. Do I have anything to deal with Basket Legion? Well, I don't want to lead this. That's scary. I do want to bring T-Tar just because it's a Weather War. Oh man, this might be a game where we don't bring Scizor. Melodic? Does Melodic make sense here? No. I think I bring T-Tar and then these two in the back.
I think the only scary thing with this is King Gambit is pretty good into us if we do this, right? Because we don't have a fighting type attack on Tyranitar. Like, that is the one scary thing.
How would you do it?
Honestly, I might go Scizor and T-Tar in this one. T-Tar in the back, yeah. And then maybe Sinistcha fourth, yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if that's right, because I'm still learning the double mega, like, meta here, but I'm down to give it a shot. Basically, like, my logic is I actually think Scizor is still quite good here. It's just Basket Legion that we have to clear. And it makes me think, like, maybe we don't want Dragon Dance on Tyranitar. Maybe we want just, like, a fighting type attack instead. But I think both are fine enough. Oh, wow. Okay, this is super good for us.
I'm telling you, these kids, they see the delicious Sucker Punch and they can't resist. It's just a bullet punch to the face, right?
Yeah, I like it. Exactly.
Could I Swords Dance, do you think?
So the reason I wouldn't is because Whimsicott normally runs Encore, and if
Wouldn't
we
my
Swords
bullet
Dance,
punch outspeed that?
they're both +1 priority, and Scizor is slower than Whimsicott, so the Encore would go off first. Yeah, it's one of those where it's like, you know how, like, in-person tournaments, you get to see your opponent's, like, team sheet and their moves? Like, if we knew they didn't have Encore, I would Swords Dance there every time, but we don't know that, unfortunately. So... if they're Focus Sashed or not.
Whoa.
Okay, they are. So if they brought Sneasler, it's not Focus Sash, but I don't know if we're going to get a Psychic Fangs off into that.
Ah, classic.
It's actually okay. It's like Dragapult's faster than King Gambit. This is like one of the nice things about using Dragapult in this game, right? Like max speed means even under Tailwind, you still outpace things. So it's like this next turn, we can actually go for the exact same play, and it's okay.
And if he Moonblast me, we're okay trading.
Yeah, exactly. His Bullet Punch will go off before Moonblast, actually. So like he should never get the chance to Moonblast us if you target Whimsicott. Yeah, and so now they're scared.
Interesting. Oh, don't worry. I was pressing that anyway.
Probably special Mega Dragonite's my guess, but I'm always happy getting a burn onto it because it just breaks multi-scale.
Wait. Assuming I land, you know.
Yeah.
Why did Pokemon make so much moves that are 90%? Why can't we just make 100% moves?
You know the lore behind Will-O-Wisp, right? It used to be 75%, and then I missed with it so much at the World Semifinals that they buffed it in the following games.
Oh,
It's only 85 though. It's not even 90, unfortunately.
How many did you miss?
5 out of 6, dude.
Oh, there it is. There's the boy. There's the boy.
There is the boy.
Oh man, but how many rooms of Tailwind? 2. I need to preserve my boy. You know what? This might be a double. Oh right. I wanna. Let's just do T-Tartan and maybe hit a protect and just chill.
Yeah, I like it.
I have this thing where if my Pokemon's not damaged, I would never put in Sinistra because wasting heal feels bad.
Yes.
Even
Yeah. I will say to try to break out of that mindset because like it's not awful to all the time, right? Like I actually think Sinistra here is okay because then it gives us Rage Powder the next turn. But yes, it does feel like awkward. Like you want to get value out of it. That's fine, whatever. Nice. Dude, I have to say the Dragon Ball set is actually really good. Like, I'm very happy with it.
Might just be a stall turn because one more turn of Tailwind. Close combat's probably coming in. You could close combat my Caesar here and the Dragonite's Burn, but I'm surprised he hasn't Mega Evolved yet. So,
Same, yeah.
I'm gonna Rock Slide because I'm gonna respect his read. Is that too much? You know, I'm gonna Dragon Dance in their face.
I like it. So I was gonna. If you want a double setup, I actually don't hate it here, honestly. I was gonna say like I'd probably Rock Slide here just because if we clear Dragonite, I think Scizor just like wins the game. But honestly, yeah, if we get Rock Slide off and they don't KO us this turn, then Sinistra plus T-Tar clears them.
He can't kill both setup mons, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly,
shit.
exactly. That's fine. As long as he doesn't have a random fire type attack here on Dragonite, which is my only fear.
Wait,
see.
the downside is now his Sneasler is faster, right? Because of the white herb. Uh-oh.
Yeah, but if we Swords Dance, Bullet Punch will just KO that anyway, so it's fine. Oh my god, it has Heat Wave! Yeah, that's the one thing I was worried about. Oh. This is the closed team sheet. Best of one. Not knowing what tech moves they might have. Especially because they could have just gone for that last turn and they didn't.
Okay, it's okay. I put in the Dragon Pulp first so I can get the Sinistra heal in. So it doesn't die to the Sandy Storm. Now. Do I think he's just gonna Dire Claw? I do think he's just gonna Dire Claw. He's not gonna die. I mean, does he even kill my... He's not afraid of my Dragapult. He's probably thinking to myself, this Dragapult ain't gonna do jack. But I still think I should redirect the potential. Oh, is he just gonna press Heat Wave? Because that wouldn't be good.
Honest question is, I don't know if Dire Claw KOs Dragapult from this range, but I don't know my Sneasler Dragapult calcs.
Oh my god.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Not bad.
That's honestly not
fine.
the worst thing could have happened.
Yeah, yeah.
Surprise Psychic Fangs?
Nice.
We might get there. We might get there.
Actually really close, because like we can Dragon Darts Rage Powder this next turn. But they, man, actually not getting that, missing the Will-O-Wisp on turn 1 was really unfortunate. 'Cause if they were burnt here, actually, I think they'd be in a really tough spot. But I don't think we do enough damage to King Gambit is the problem.
Okay, here's what he's doing. He's gonna Sucker Punch and he's gonna do that, but then we Rage Powder. But he's probably reading that. And he's gonna Kowtow Cleave. So if he did Kowtow Cleave, what should we do instead? It's not like we have something better to do. I mean, we can go for the life. I have to make the read that he's dumb.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I have to make the read that he's dumb.
I think there I would protect. Yeah, he didn't Sucker Punch. I would protect and hope that he Kowtow Cleaves into the... Dragonite survives anyway. Kowtow Cleaves into the... Oh! We are faster, but we're still getting Kowtowed, unfortunately, here.
My calcs! My calcs! Hang on. Is this unwinnable? And then the burn?
Oh man, that poison is actually also... If, like, if we had gotten the burn and we didn't get poisoned, it would have been lit. But I think the key turn was when they just KO'd both of us with close combat Heat Wave. We probably could have just, like, protected Tyranitar's Bullet Punch, sacrificed Scizor, bring in Sinistra, and then, like, Rage Powder, Rock Slide, or Dragon Dance.
Turns out double setup was a little ambitious. I can't believe...
I liked it, though. I liked it. I think some people run Fire Blast. Like... Honestly, fire type attack, though, in general on Dragonite is not very common in, like, VGC. Like, I feel like Hurricane, Draco, Extreme Speed, you know, Tailwind, Dragon Pulse, those are all more common than fire type attacks. And so it's one of those where it's, like, it's not common, but you probably still have to respect it and scout for it, just because if they have it, we get, like, totally screwed by it.
Yeah, I mean, double setup is... It's like, I don't want to think, I don't want to play the game, I'm just gonna press my buttons.
Yeah, I think the main thing with this team is it's so valuable to have Sinistra in next to one of the setup users, right? It's like protect something, bring in Sinistra, then have Sinistra Rage Powder the next turn is like a really good combo. So yeah, but honestly, in a world where they don't have Fire Blast or Heat Wave on Dragonite, like that turn works out for us. It's just like they needed to have a fire type coverage move there, and it's like statistically a lot of them actually don't. Like, I'm looking at the stats right now. It's showing me, like, 5% of Dragonites run a fire-type attack, right? So it's, like, pretty low. Especially because they have Rain on their team, right? They have Pelipper as well, so it's even more surprising to see Heat Wave of all things.
This guy may have disconnected. We might have a chance. Overall, I mean, I do really... I think... Yeah, just being able to Psychic Fang Sneasler is so nice. Dragon Darts, like, I like the idea behind it, but oftentimes I just think to myself, man, I wish I didn't have Dragon Darts.
Yeah, honestly, that last game made me think, like, maybe we want Draco Meteor. Like, a mixed set is what... Like, the calc I'm trying to do right now is, do we need any investment on Dragapult? Because we could go special. Draco Meteor is where my head is at right now. Dragapult into Sneasler.
Oh,
Psychic
yeah.
Fangs.
I think it's, it always kills at 0.
Oh my god, yeah, it's not even.
Yeah.
Yeah, like low-key, I think we could run like Naive Dragapult. So it's plus speed minus Bedef. Throw Draco Meteor onto it instead of darts. And then just max special attack instead.
Blah, blah, blah. Wait, commit?
I think... Wait, if it's timid, they have... I mean, they would need bulk with it. Yeah, it's fine. I think timid's fine.
Oh.
It's like one of those where it's... Yeah, exactly. Like, a Naive is just, like, because Dragapult's so frail anyway, it's gonna... With Focus Sash, like, you're normally gonna get 2 hits off is like, well, kind of my
never
logic here.
heard of this nature before.
Yeah. It's like, Naive and Hasty are, like, not very common, but you use it on, like, mixed attackers like this. So we just have, like, a slightly stronger Psychic Fangs into anything else as well.
Dude, that double setup was... Oh, man. I really need to press the protect button more, because I think A lot of people don't like pressing protect, especially like
Yes.
lower elo players.
Yeah, I think like protect and then like think about sacrificing or switching into Sinistra or Instant so that you can have fake out or like Rage Powder support the next turn. Dude, 3 for 3 on Sneaslers though. I'm liking
Telling
it.
you, man.
Spicy.
Bringing this. The fairy's annoying, but it's whatever. We need to make sure we bring fairy killers, so Caesar, of course. The Incineroar. Is Incineroar good here? What the heck is a Hydreigon? There's a lot of flying and bugs type, which makes me really scared to bring Sinistra.
Mm.
Oh god. T-Tar. Oh, hang on, my headset died. Oh, there we go. I'll probably go this. Actually, no, T-Tar. Yeah.
I think Sinistra is actually still okay here because it's such a bulky Pokemon. Like, I would probably bring it over Tyranitar just because, like, the protection it offers is still valuable enough. And because our Dragapult covers for the things that Sinistra actually doesn't like going up against, right? So it's like, basically, what does Sinistra not want to go up against? Hydreigon, King Gambit. Well, we can Draco Meteor, Hydreigon, Will-O-Wisp, King Gambit. And we can take care of the things that give Sinistra trouble. Is kind of how, like, I would think about it.
Oh, this is weird. I don't see a Sneasler. Okay, clear body. That's fine. Gardevoir, Pixelate, Trick Room, Hyper Voice, Psychic.
Yep.
Do we have anything that's somewhat useful? No. Vivillon, Sleep Powder. Can we get in anything better? Well, not really, right? Is this... I'm gonna... Wow, no, I need to bring out... I need to protect on Dragapult and Extreme Speed the Gardevoir.
So I think basically the biggest threat is Vivillon, so I would actually Draco Bullet Punch. But yeah, feel free to make your play. Like, I know we're running out of time.
Oh, Big Evolve!
Dude, the input lag sucks. Basically, the logic behind my play is that I think Gardevoir is threatened by Sizzlor, so if I were them, I would protect Gardevoir or Rage Powder and Sleep Powder into Sizzlor, but like Sizzlor trades positively into Gardevoir. And we have Sash on Dragapult, so I think we can like always get an attack off there, basically.
Oh,
Yeah, they went for Rage Powder.
Rage Powder.
I guess it's fine. They'll probably just Hyper Voice. Yeah, this actually totally works out for us.
Yeah, we didn't need the Mega Stats.
That's fine.
Well, I don't want... This is a weird thing. I actually don't want a Bullet Punch because I might Draco Meteor the Gardevoir. Is Bug... Ooh, this is awkward, no?
Yeah, so I think there's a couple things you can consider here. One is like KO Vivillon with Dragapult and then Swords Dance to get a free boost. Like, you know, we'll take a Hyper Voice, but then we can switch in Sinistra to heal. Psychic Fangs might also KO Vivillon and can't miss because it's like not a very bulky Pokemon. Draco is like, yeah, I think it should get it, but I'm not 100% sure. But I would Psychic Fangs probably Mega Swords Dance. I think, yeah, their Gardevoir is just really threatened still.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Basically, they're like, look, I want to, you know, I get a couple of free Hyper Voices off with Gardevoir, and that's my goal. Nice.
Oh, but we
and so-
showed that we had Psychic Fangs. He's going to be watching out for that.
That's fine. The reason for that play, by the way, is specifically because they might bring in Hydreigon next, and we don't want to be at -2 special attacks if we Psychic Fang. And also, we can't miss with Psychic Fangs, whereas Draco Meteor can miss.
Okay, so this Gardevoir is staring down death in Scizor.
Yes. Yeah.
He has to respect it with either protect or he has to swap out. He needs to bring in a Scizor killer. Oh, this is interesting then. Because this is double coverage, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is just a Draco Meteor. Because we outspeed both of them.
The
And
only concern is if they are Choice Scarf Hydreigon, which is an item on it. So it's like if they're Scarf, what they could do is protect Gardevoir, and then Scarf Hydreigon like Heat Waves out KOs both of us. I think in this position, it's worthy to consider Protect to cover for the option of them being Choice Scarf.
Oh,
We don't want to just like lose our carry.
that's fair. And also, this Gardevoir is most likely protecting as well.
Exactly, yeah. And we haven't revealed Draco yet. See, yeah, perfect. But even if they're Scarf now, we'll at least get to confirm. Ah, see? Let's go. Nice.
You just know these things.
I got you, dude. That's why they pay me the big bucks. Pokemon's all about like covering for the worst case scenario, especially when you play like best of one on ladder. And so being able to cover for, oh my god, it's Sneasler, dude. It's too lit.
So he can fake. Okay. This is a check. He needs to protect. If he fakes out and a Hyper Voice, I don't think it actually kills either. I want to say it doesn't kill. Unless, wait,
Yeah,
do this
like
Psychic
I think in this situation I would actually, it sounds crazy because we're boosted, but I actually would consider switching out Scizor just because I'm like nervous about Instant Sinistra carrying the end game. And if we switch Scizor out into Incineroar, we'll always be able to get like healing with Life Dew.
I don't want to.
The hope is
sorry,
it
go
fake
ahead.
out plus. Yeah. If like, Vivian should have Focus Sash, so Sneasler shouldn't have Focus Slash. They need to go fake out here, I think, into Scizor. Yep. And then Psychic Fang should obliterate them.
Oh, this cover. Oh.
And so now we've conserved Scizor, right? We have like a guaranteed Bullet Punch, and all we need is a single Bullet Punch in a Gardevoir. Because it's like the one we could lose this game theoretically if they KO'd both of our Pokemon, maybe. I mean, Instant Sinistra's honestly is probably still fine, but yeah. We could go into Instant, we could go into Scizor, honestly, either is like I would probably go Instant here and then switch Sinistra out into Scizor, fake out, and then the next turn switch Sinistra back in for healing and then Bullet Punch in a guard.
Wow. Like the way you think is like you're covering for every possibility. You're turning their 10% into a 0%.
Exactly, yeah. And I mean that's part of what makes Pokemon really hard because it feels bad when you cover for things and they don't end up having it. But then the logic is basically like, can I think about every possibility that would exist and be able to beat all of it? The answer is going to be no to that a lot of the times, and if that's when you like need to try to make like a big prediction or a read or something, right? But in this game, it was like pretty straightforward. It was relatively safe to go for the plays that we did. We were lucky that they didn't, I don't know, like have Heat Wave on Hydreigon, for example, but I think when you use something like Scizor, it's all about like where can they snipe us with random attacks. And like the Dragonite example was a good one, right? Where it's like, oh, it sucks that like we put in this effort and then it just like completely went to waste. But yeah, I have to say, dude, the Dragapult set is actually low-key amazing. Like no one's using this in VGC right now, and it's like legitimately like winning us so many games.
Yeah. Oh man, the Hydreigon turn. I saw Hydreigon. I don't know what much about it. I know it levitates, but I wouldn't even think about Scarf. I wouldn't think about Sash. I would just think it's. I don't know what it would be. Like a Habanberry, but
Yeah, I think the most common items I'd expect are Scarf and Habanberry. Yeah, exactly. And Sash is just such a good item in this game that like anyone can have it. But like one of the things that's valuable in VGC is like recognizing which Pokemon will almost always carry the Focus Sash. And so like Vivian is a really good example where if I see that on my opponent's team, like if it's not Sash, it's probably something crazy like Choice Scarf, but it's going to be Sash almost all the time. If I know that has the Sash, I know Sneasler can't have Sash, right? Which is why going for Psychic Fangs into that in the end game was really good. And then I also know that like you can't, for example, yeah, like you can't have Sash on Hydreigon either. So it's often about like, and in this game, like there aren't that many items, right? Like most teams want a Scarf, most teams want a Sash, most teams want a Citrus Berry, most teams want a Leftovers. But like if you can deduce where the items are before you even get into the game and at least have some sense of where it is, it can give you a big advantage.
Got it. All right, you got time for one LG?
Yes, let's do one last one.
Okay.
Team, I don't know how you feel, dude. Like I'm excited to show this on the my channel. Like I'm like, we built this in like 20 minutes and it's like low key kind of lit.
I just hate Sneasler. I want Sneaslers to be so countered in the meta that people are afraid every time they see a Dragapult. No Sneasler? Uh-oh.
Interesting. Okay.
Honestly, I'm still okay with Dragapult because Will-O-Wisp can burn 4 of them, and then at the end of the day, I can just Draco the Garchomp.
I like it.
Caesar. Ooh, lots of flying, lots of fire. Tyranitar for sure. I need to take care of that Charizard. Here's my theory. People are always like weather walls. Don't lead off with your weather guy. I always lead off with my weather guy.
So it's actually a Tyranitar specific thing. Like we're okay leading with it because when we Mega Evolve, we're normally slower. So like if we Mega Evolve and they go Charizard, we win the weather war against them. So like Tyranitar's the exception there because it's a slow Mega Evolution.
We can't bring the Dragapult with the Tyranitar though. That would be bad. Is this a Milo game? I like Incineroar, Dragapult in the back, and then Milo. How do you feel?
I like it. I think I would probably go Incin Milo, but I think this lead is also okay. The idea behind Incin Milo is we just like start.
Oh shit! Hang out. My my headset died right as you were talking.
No, it's okay. You know what? As everything is playable, dude. You know, we're just putting on the training weights right now.
Okay. Sorry. What did you say you would have done?
Yeah, probably Incin Milo. But I think Incin T-Tar is fine. Honestly, let's see what they go with. I'm just scared of Gambit lead. A little spooky. Because I think basically if we had Incin Milo against Gambit, it's fine because we can fake out Coil turn 1 and then get the defense boost. And then start hypnosising. But now Tyranitar doesn't exert a lot of offensive pressure into King Gambit, which is a little bit spooky.
This is spooky. Well, I guess I have to Flare Blitz him. Flare Blitz him, and then we hit the Rock Slide. Yeah.
So I think the place here, like, could be Flare Blitz. We could fake out Dragon Dance or Flare Blitz Protect here, because King Gambit might try to just, like, snipe down Tyranitar with Iron Head Low Kick, like, all possible. Or we could Rock Slide if we think they're going to just, like, target Incineroar. So those are all options. I normally like protecting Tyranitar here, mainly because I think it's, like, the primary carry of our team, and if it goes down to a Low Kick on turn 1, we're in terrible shape, right? Because if they have Charizard in the back, like, you kind of just...
Everyone's bringing Low Kick these days.
Yeah, it's a little bit spooky here because... Oh? Okay. Did they double protect? Because if so, we could have Dragon Dance there.
Double protect?
Hope is...
Oh my god.
Yeah, fake out Dragon Dance would have ripped there. Big question as to whether or not they have Low Kick and whether or not they Low Kick us this next turn.
Do you think they low? Well, would he have given up a free Low Kick? Probably. Wow.
I think like he could always double protect because now he can Tailwind Low Kick, and there's not much like counterplay to that. So
Yeah,
I like this play that you're going for. Yeah. But I think basically this is the risk of leading Incineroar into a Milotic based, a King Gambit team, right? Like if we're gonna give them Defiant, we need to have kind of a countermeasure. I actually think Dragapult plus Milotic was a pretty good lead for us here, too. Yeah, they do have Low Kick and... Oh! Huge! Okay. Okay. still totally doable.
Man, I really hate the idea of losing my Sash to the sand.
Yeah, that's like one kind of counter synergistic part of our team. Which is why it's like, I think Dragapult Milo lead to get value out of the Sash, then bring in Tyranitar would have been pretty strong here.
Okay, we know he has low kick. And he probably wants to kick us. He knows that I know he has low kick.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not going to low kick. He's going to assume I'm going to protect this turn. And he has to protect it on his Kingambit as well. I'ma start dancing, baby. I need to make a play that has a chance of winning.
I think here, instead of Dragon Dance, we can consider Rock Slide. Mainly because we need to knock out Kingambit. If we don't knock out Kingambit, then next turn's kind of awkward as well. I think it's like Protect Muddy Water is the safe, obvious option. Rock Slide Muddy Water is one. And then Dragon Dance Muddy Water is one.
Oh. Tell me I got it off. Tell me I got it off. Oh my god, he didn't protect? Maybe he went for my Melodic.
Yeah, I would have gone for Melodic here.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, bro.
Oh.
Ah!
Welcome to Pokemon.
Yeah, no, like actually. It's funny because the main discourse going around right now is like, we need to nerf this move. And I totally agree. Oh, that's so annoying. Whatever.
Okay, now he's thinking, okay, I have to check the Tyranitar.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like it. We should survive a Rock Slide here. Oh, that was actually so unfortunate. Like, we made the right play, and I think if we, like, even just one of those could get the attack off, we're in good shape.
Yeah.
What? This is a madman. I respect it, though. Like, they recognize that Milo is too big of a threat. Oh, that was such a bad double pledge, dude. That was unlucky.
You know what? Not even the worst case scenario.
Wait, hold on. Is Tailwind still up? I think there's
yeah.
one more turn, right? Yeah.
But my Dragapult outspeeds that.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Am I gonna have to Draco Meteor this guy?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, they don't Sucker Punch. That's good. Oh my!
You act surprised, but this is just every day. This is just... This is
welcome to my life, brother. Welcome to what I've been doing for the last 14 years.
Right, now I need an Aerodactyl hate like I have a Sneasler hate.
I actually think it was fine. The Aerodactyl hit is like Milotic. We just needed to lead it, I think. Like, all right, we had the tools in this one. Like, when I lose a game, I basically am like, did I have the right answers, like the right Pokemon, and did I bring them in the right order? And Milotic was the right answer, I think. But basically, it's like we had to be really careful of leading Incineroar there.
You know what? That game didn't count. That wasn't a game. That was, I don't know, a slot machine simulator.
The real last game. All right, this is an interesting one.
I still like Dragapult here because Psychic's one of the few ways to deal with.
Yep.
Corviknight. Oh, I gotta make sure I have an answer for Corviknight, and it feels like it's wow. Magic Bounce is annoying too. I think I want to set up with Scizor in front of his face. I'm trying to think if there's anything. Not really, right? Does he have anything that threatens Scizor that much?
It'll be Rotom Heat. I think if they lead that, we'll have to play a little bit cautiously, but yeah.
How about the Milotic? This feels like a game that might go for a while. Yeah. So I don't mind Milotic. And I think Incineroar can check T-Tar and Garchomp pretty well. I just need to not put it into the bird. Actually, no. I want Sinistra. How's this?
I like it. Yeah, I think the main debate is whether or not we bring Tyranitar, because their Rotom Hida is actually kind of scary against our Scizor, Milo, Sinistra core.
Ooh, yeah. That is scary.
Yeah, I think it's okay bringing T-Tar here. It's a weird one, like, because I do like Dragapult. I'm wondering, it's like, it feels like Scizor should be the primary setup. Maybe it's no Dragapult, Instant Sinistra, and then both of the Megas, but... see. Okay. I think this is really good for us.
Okay. So Tailwind, he can protect. I don't want to give him a free turn. I mean, is it as simple as Draco Meteor? Probably. Forces him into a tough spot. The bird, I'm not too worried about. Like Steelhead, Tailwind, it's whatever. Nothing really threatens my Scizor, so I would go for Swords Dance here.
I like that. I think the alternative play is like Will-O-Wisp Corviknight, because we predict Garchomp to switch out or protect on turn 1, but I'm fine making them respect the Draco. Yeah, so they do protect, but it's fine. Mainly because I don't think Corv's doing anything that's super scary. Like Tailwind's probably their best bet right now, or Iron Defense. Yeah.
Okay, now the Garchomp is faster. So he's thinking, oh, my Garchomp's faster. I'm going to Dragon Claw. Depends on if he's doubling up into my Dragapult slot, which I actually think he is. So I might hit a Protect here. And I'm going to Swords Dance again.
I like it. I like it.
But then would he read this? No, I think he would.
Question.
Oh, sorry.
But the question is basically, yeah, even if he reads it, what's his best outcome, right?
Yeah. I'm going to do the same thing. Because I think he thinks I'm going to Protect. But he doesn't know I have a Sash on the Dragapult. So he's not going to double up here. Yeah. I don't think he doubles up. I'm pretty sure my Dragapult outspeeds under Tailwind too.
Yeah, I think basically the only concern here is if Corviknight is Iron Defense.
Oh, I missed my
Okay,
Draco Meteor.
Berry.
Hubba Berry?
Yeah. Basically, getting a burn on a Corviknight is actually a really big deal because it just means even if it's Iron Defense, it does not do a lot of damage. So we'll see if they have it or not. It could be bulk up. Okay, just Iron Head. That's fine.
He actually did double in.
You can see basically, like, we could have Will-O-Wisp Corviknight, Swords Dance again, and then next turn +4 Bullet Punch KOs Garchomp anyway, and then we have a Bird Corviknight, right? So it's like advances the board state a little bit more for us, but it's still okay, honestly.
Wow. Okay. Corviknight's annoying. Do I have anything that deals with Corviknight in a good way? I think Melodic is fine here. Yeah, I like Melodic.
I'm also laughing because I'm reading chat. I'm realizing this is literally the Mega Venusaur team you and I were using.
Oh, wow.
So it's not higher defense body press, which is good.
I think he's terrified of my Scizor. Honestly,
Yeah.
I would be as well. I want to start punching things. Does the Corviknight... Yeah, it's Brave Bird, right? And that's it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep the Garchomp honest here.
I like that here. Yeah. The reason I like that is because Corviknight's Brave Bird does like 25 to 30% to us, maybe, so it's not even that scary, right? The main question I have right now is whether or not they've got Rotom Heat in the back and whether or not they bring it out here.
Oh, wow.
Okay, sweet.
This Corviknight is annoying.
Good thing is it can't set up. Oh, they bring Venusaur out. Okay. Okay.
This is Mega Venu. Can he do anything to us? Not really to the Scizor, right? Muddy
His
Water-
best bet would be Earth Power and Brave Bird into Scizor, and maybe that double up gets a knockout.
I'm gonna rip the Hypnosis here. I want the bird to be sleeping.
Mhm.
And then we just protect and chill. Cause he's terrified of the Scizor. If I was him, I'd be trying to double up into the Scizor every single time.
Yeah, this turn's interesting for him because I think honestly he needs to be terrified of both of our Pokemon. Let's see who he targets, but I don't mind this play.
80% on the sleep. No way we're down, unlucky.
Nice, nice, nice. That's huge. Brave Bird as well. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Yeah.
Go to bed, bitch.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, it's looking decent. It's looking decent.
No more Tailwind. I'm gonna hit a coil.
Huh?
And then, what's Caesar's ability? Technician?
Yeah.
Oh, so his Bullet Punch is still stronger than Bug Buzz. Jesus! That was rude.
Nice. This is the beauty of Milotic, dude. Like, now we have 100% accurate Hypnosis, and we can just recover and heal back all the damage we did. Like...
Oh, wait, Bug is technically stronger because Technician works on 60 and below. Oops, my bad.
Yeah. Sorry, I totally did not hear you when you were talking about that earlier.
Oh.
It would have KO'd, but it's fine. In fact, one could argue that was better for us because now we Bug Bite Venu, or sorry, Bullet Punch Venu and then recover. And then, like, it denies them a free switch in while also bringing Milotic back to full. It's like, yeah, you can protect, but what are you going to do, right? With hope to wake up with Core, and then what?
Right, because we have a... Yeah, Scizor is so deceptive. He looks like he's fast, but he's not.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. That's fine.
That's fine.
Melodic is surprisingly faster than he looks. Is what he has like an 82, 86. So this is a guaranteed sleep, and it's a guaranteed punch on the Venu, right?
Yeah.
There's no punish. Because my Scizor is not coming out. I'm also one of those players that if I get any kind of stat boost on any of my mons, it's staying in.
Yeah. Oh, watch this, dude. Watch this.
Jesus Christ.
Bye-bye. Thanks for playing.
Dude, that was
Perfect.
tragic.
Doesn't it feel poetic to build a new team and beat the team that we started the stream with, dude?
Yeah, wait, yeah. This is the exact copy, so we know the set and the EVs.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's one of the things about VGC, by the way, is like as you play more, you're like, oh, I've run into this before.
So
Now I have a good sense of what's coming my way.
I actually think protecting on Scizor is net positive here, right? Because I can Hypnosis.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
God, this protect button is pretty good.
Mm-hmm. I'm happy to see you click it more, dude.
Dude, like, I actually talked about this with you a long time ago, where I said, it feels like I'm coin flipping my game on turn 1 all the time. That's because nobody presses protect. So this guarantees the sleep, but guarantees blocks the protect next turn no matter what. Because, yeah.
Yeah, even though like they didn't protect Venusaur, that's I think a really good play because like we could lose to Venusaur protect and then Corviknight waking up, but now we can guarantee knockout Venusaur.
Yeah, I know, we just thought It's a recovery angle. God, this is so... I feel like a bad person for some reason. Because this is his first turn of sleep. So even if he protects, there's no world, it comes out. The bird actually wakes up, but at the end of the day, he needs to fight a 2v1.
Yeah, exactly. And like if we're Iron Defense body press, it would actually have a decent chance. But with neither of those, my Lodic Tyranitar is gonna win against it. Especially because we can just keep putting it back to sleep. So it's like Tyranitar comes out, you can like Hypnosis, Dragon Dance, then Muddy Water knock off, and being able to remove leftovers from them is actually a pretty big deal as well.
Yeah.
So we should be good here.
If only he didn't get this set from watching Cybertron VGC on YouTube.
You know, I feel bad sometimes because I'm like, I feature a team and then I like feature another team that beats the last team, and then I'm like, I feel bad for the people that are picking up the older one. Yeah, this with Corviknight, the main thing you need to worry about, if we didn't know this set, is like Iron Defense Body Press, which is why I think like Will-O-Wisp early on in the game. Oh my god, that actually does so much damage. Will-O-Wisp, like I like Will-O-Wisp being Corviknight just because it makes its offense just really useless. Like even if you start Iron Defensing, you're not actually doing a ton. Right. So it's like on turn 1 of the game, maybe we could have gone for that, but at the end of the day, it was fine, right? Like this is an example of what I think is a very advantageous team matchup, and then they didn't bring Rotom Heat, which was the one thing that beat our Scizor. So with no Rotom Heat, Scizor just like legitimately clears this matchup.
Yeah. This is fun. Like I like the Dragapult, but I think maybe we put the Dragapult on the bench if Sneasler's not in.
Yes, yeah. Well, you know, I actually think Dragapult was pretty good here. Because it still pressured Draco Meteor, and like I think what makes it valuable is like early burns, because like there's so many physical attackers in this game. So if we get those burns, it actually can go a long way. But like I think one lead we didn't go with, like we could consider in the future, is like Dragapult Milotic, where it's like we burn them, we put them to sleep, and then we bring out Scizor and start Swords Dancing. And then yeah, Tyranitar, we didn't get to Dragon Dance very much, so we could just have like low kick on this and like modify its EV spread as well.
Yeah.
I don't like Dragon Dance in theory though. It wasn't terrible.
Yeah, we never Mega Evolved Tyranitar, and
Yeah.
the one time we Dragon
Which is
Dance,
okay. Like I think in the Sun matchup, like and the Rain matchup, it's like mainly for those matchups. So this team feels like Scizor 80% of the time, or maybe 90% of the time, Tyranitar like 10 to 20%. But like, you know, it's still fine.
Mm-hmm.
I think with double mega teams, it doesn't have to be like, oh, you split your time 50-50. It's more like 80-20, but the 20 covers for the bad matchups. Like you can't bring in the 80 if that makes sense.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, thank you so much for the coaching and building this team. I'm really happy. Like I would say Dragapult's my favorite Pokemon. So being able to use him, and it's funny because Pokemon, like it's a game for kids. So I know there's probably a lot of people that have a favorite Pokemon they want to use, but sometimes VGC can feel so like mono, like Incineroar, Sneasler, King Gambit.
Yeah,
which kind of goes against the spirit of like, oh, you know, play your favorite Pokemon, but if your favorite Pokemon is a Greedent, then you're kind of sad.
I think like the reality of VGC is you can make any single Pokemon work to some degree. It would just be a lot harder than others. And like Dragon Ball, for example, like this is actually a really good set, low key. Like I haven't really seen people use it. Like I thought it was kind of an underrated Pokemon, which is why I was suggesting like this combination.
Yeah.
If you have good base stats and a good ability, that obviously makes it way more cracked. Like Dragapult being so fast and having great moves makes it very valuable. Versus like Greedent, like you're gonna have your work cut out for you. But I do think the cool thing about Pokemon is you can make everything work. It's just a lot harder if you were playing, you know, at like Master Ball tier and you're up against people with like legitimate teams. Because in order to execute those strategies, it requires like a more specific like pathing rather than, you know, with really strong teams, it feels like you have like endless options right on turn 1, right? But I don't know. I'm for a team that came together pretty quickly. I think this one kind of rocks. So I'm proud of us, dude.
Nice. I'm gonna get some more practice with it. Thank you so much again, chat. If you want to check out our coach's channel, he is Aaron Cybertron Zhang, and I watch your videos pretty much all the time. My favorite ones is the one where you actually like just. Oh, my favorite one is the one at the beginning. You tell us what leads are good, because most videos don't do that. They just start showcasing it. But you
Yeah,
have like
yeah,
a whole
exactly.
slideshow for that. So yeah, thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Of course,
Definitely check
dude.
'em out.
And yeah, if you need teams for LA or whatever, feel free to hit me up, man. I've got friends competing in it that I'm practicing with. So even though I'm not competing in it, I'll be there commentating. Can send you some stuff your way as well.
All right, sounds good, man. Thank you so much once again, and hopefully I'll see. Are you going to LA?
Yeah, I'll be there. So see you there, dude.
I'll see you there. All right, Dan. Take care.
Hey, man. Take care.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, a huge shout out to Cybertron VGC for taking the time. I'm trying to get a little practice in with everyone. So James have been super helpful. And Aaron, I watch his videos all the time to learn. This Pokemon stuff is hard. This Pokemon stuff is hard, but like, even this sounds silly, but him just saying stuff like, "Oh, you should protect." It blows my mind. It blows my mind. And it's so good. I lost count of the number of games we win just because he's like, yeah, I would protect here. And it goes against my nature of like, oh, what do you mean protect? I want to hit him. Yeah, I always like Dragapult. I just like that he's super fast. And the fact that he can one-shot Sneasler is really funny. The Will-O-Wisp and the Draco Meteor is actually clutch. Because normally I run Phantom Force and the Dragon Darts. But they're both kind of liabilities, right? Because Phantom Force, it's a 2-turn move. Only upside is it goes to protect. And Dragon Darts, even if both connect on 2 separate ones, it's kind of weak as well. So yeah, I really like this. Alright, that's going to do it for me today, chat. Thank you so much. I'm going to probably get some more practice in. I actually don't like playing too much Pokemon games a day. Because I would say this game, if you play without intention, it's kind of not... Like, you don't get better, in my opinion, if you play without intention for Pokemon. Like in, I don't know, like Valorant, I think if you play without intention, you can at least train your mechanics. But in... Oh, people are asking for Replica ID. I've never had this before. Hey, nobody wanted a team... Well, I didn't even make this. Our coach did. There's probably... How he did mention changing the drag... Wait, hang on. Let me put the low kick on the T-Tar. Because I agree with Coach. I think low kick is just necessary for King Gambit. And what's funny is you can technically use Scizor to bug bite the King Gambit to steal his berry. I want to do that one day. I want to one day have my Scizor steal a berry. Like I wanted to see him eat a citrus berry in front of someone's face. Yeah, I mean, this is a very common set. I'm not sure if the EV changes, but no, you can do the typical. Ooh, max speed T-Tar? Is that what people are doing these days? Max speed T-Tar or max HP T-Tar. I want to... Okay, so I don't like picking spreads that has a lot of use. I like picking spreads that are kind of weird, like 20, 32, 14. Because you know this guy did some kind of calculation. Like 32, 32, yeah, okay, you just maxed out something. You just maxed out something, so you just maxed it. 20, 32, 14? Then you're probably a smart guy. You probably did some math about something. And this made sense to you. I don't know what math you did, but I'm gonna trust you on this one, Chief. Oh man. Also, Swords Dance Scissor is so funny. I don't know why, but I think, yeah, Scissor is only really weak against fire, right? You just start dancing in front of people and they can't do anything about it. Like, oh god, okay, he's dancing in front of me. I Mega Evolve my Scissor so much that sometimes it feels bad not to Mega Evolve T-Tar, but who knows. Alright. The code is up here, S5UAUHYKQX, if anyone wants to try it. Alright chat, I'm off for now. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll probably stream again tomorrow. And I'm trying to set up more coaching sessions with different coaches, including one Mr. Wolfenson Glickenson. I think that would be a lot of fun. Maybe on the weekend. I hope he is gonna make me play Perish Song. I don't think Perish Song is good. I think it's just that Wolf Glitch. Every time I play Perish Song, my Gengar dies before they perish, and then they swap out their mons. I'm like, well, great game. Alright, chat, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it. I'm off, and I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys are enjoying the Pokemon stream. I'm having fun. And I'm going to raid on Twitch. Sorry, YouTube viewers. I'm gonna raid, I don't know. You know what? I'm not gonna raid anyone. I'm too lazy. Alright, see you guys next time. Peace.